Cool.
Oh, look at that timing. Hello, Nellen. Thank you for the resub. 21 months. That's a 2 followed by a 1. Thank you very much. See you next week. It's already a week away. A little more than a week for Ciderfest. It's coming up fast. Oh, Fidget. I've got some warm socks. Actually, I haven't even checked what the weather's going to be. Yeah, they're talking mid 50s right now. Sunday, Monday are going to be definitely the colder days, but it's going to be a little colder than last year, especially since Friday and Saturday is rain. That's wonderful. Occasional cloudy with occasional rain showers on Friday. Overcast with rain showers at times. Hopefully, that's still a week out. Hopefully that changes a little bit. And Saturday is rain showers in the morning, showers early, become less numerous late. Okay, at least Saturday it kind of slows down. But Saturday we got a lot of stuff going on in the evening. But yeah, I don't think we're going to have much good weather because it's saying 25% chance almost every day throughout like that whole week. So, hey, wonderful. Yeah, not going to be much better here. We're talking like 60s over this weekend, but then we're dropping right down to 40s. It's going to be wonderful. Hello, Sunset. Full stream didn't lock up on the commercial this time. Yeah, actually, I've been meaning to look into that. They're doing a weird promotion thing apparently on Twitch right now regarding to pushes for ad revenue stuff. Or if you run a certain amount per hour and you do a certain amount of hours per month, they give you a guaranteed minimum, which is significantly higher than the averages, but it still doesn't think it's worth it. What I have considered doing is if we take a break and not every hour to grab a drink and use restroom stuff, it will disable ads on stream entry, so when people come in and go or when they pop in, they don't have to watch ads, which is then kind of making better use of downtime. But I've been wanting I need to look at that a little bit more. If it's going to force it on people, might as well do it when you have nothing going on. I think I have it disabled, though, where it doesn't do ads mid-stream. It's only upon entry. Is that correct? Has anybody got ads midway through? If so, then I definitely will look into just having it like once an hour or something, just run one. It will delay it for everybody. Another problem with commercials if it added to your revenue. Well, it's not that. It's Twitch revenue sucks when it comes to ads per view. Like, here, I still have it in here. I'm curious as to what percentage of revenue through Twitch right now is ads. Let's see here. Ads. Ads are nothing. They're literally nothing. Maybe per stream, it's anywhere from 10 to 25 cents. It's nothing. It's completely useless. But they supposedly have it if you run, I think, like two 2 or 3 minutes every hour, and you do at least 40 hours a month, you get like it's like $100. And if you do 1 minute more of ads, you get 300. If you do another minute past that, so I think 5 minutes an hour, it's 500 a month. But 5 minutes of ads an hour, that's 1/12 of your stream is just ads. That's ridiculous and that's stupid. No, it's not about that. But if they're going to force it on people, then it comes down to you can pick when to do it so that it doesn't interrupt content, and people that join don't have to watch ads. They can jump right in. That having control of when the ads pop up is to me, if it's going to happen, more important. So if they're doing mid-roll, like I say, I'm in the middle of doing something, then suddenly it just pauses everything to show an ad, that I don't want. And if it's forcing it, then I might as well manually do it. So that's the information I'm looking for. Anyway, let's see here. Let's go to do some stuff. I was going to leave this on some kind of a weird face, and I forgot. And actually, I have it ready. That playing Prince. That's good. And I was actually happy. Prince is playing at Ciderfest, and I actually do not have anything going on during a set, so that's perfect. I think it's pretty quiet. Let me pump that up a little bit. Is that better? That's a little better. Okay. Now let me know if that's too loud, and I'll turn it down. I get mini ads that pop up, shrink the stream window for up to a minute. I know it's a bit annoying. Okay, so that is the ones that I am actually frustrated with. Let me see here. I'm going to pull up the ad control screen here. Because we can try doing that like once an hour. If you, as far as I can tell, if you run just a certain amount for an ad break, it will remove all of those for a set period of time, which is pretty nice then. Just give me 1 second to... I thought they had... Yeah, ad manager. Let's... there we go. Right there. Running 30 seconds manually remove the upcoming auto ad. Haha! No auto ad scheduled. Okay, I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Thought I have some of that disabled, but you can manually set up to have ads play. I turned off the minimum because ads are stupid on Twitch. They're good on YouTube, bad on Twitch. Anyway, I have done a lot of work on this. I have now rendered out everything for this beginning part. I think we did this part last time, and now I have it animated, all done. Here we go with that. So, where did we finish this one last time? Oh yeah, we cleaned that one up last time. So that one's done. That one's... Let me get my audio control here. So that one's done. This one's done. So now it's really all I have is this one, but I did all the lip syncing already. I think let me double check here. You're not getting the audio. Let me check.
To think we would ever consider you.
There we go. Okay, that's better. Sorry about that. I always forget that. So yes, so she's all done.
All of the butter.
Except here. So now that I've lip synced, it's really just about doing some blending in this. But we do have to figure out the ending part, which I haven't quite figured out yet. Which is going to be after she's done the blackmail. She's going to get she's going to get a promotion to management. I just haven't decided how or how to show that yet. I kind of wanted to at least like start with a zoom in of the badge like this, where as the shot, but it just says hello, my name is management or something, and then have it back off to her doing something. But I kind of wanted to end with her doing the normal zoom in thing with the knife coming up, like like was done in this one. She has the knife. So I kind of want to do the knife thing again because that was fun. So, but I don't know how to go from the name tag to the knife bit and make that work with only like maybe 10 seconds to work with. The other thing I did do too is I got all this. I'm getting it all prepped. So this is. She shakes her head. But this is mostly there. The one thing I'm doing is I haven't figured out how I want to finalize it. But I've been putting it at the beginning because a lot of people left comments regarding the trick sequence needing a raise. I have this at 1/4 quality, so that's why it's kind of blurred. But having it pop up with all those, but then it ended up being one account that was actually called Twixie says I want that raise, and so I was highlighting that one. And then I was just gonna be like, okay, but I don't think I can preview this without it taking forever. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there. So anyway, I thought it'd be fun to have everybody's comments over time show up there. So, but yeah, we're working on it. Everything's rendered except this last part, and the audio's not there either. Working on that too. So, but anyways, for now, we're gonna work on this one. So I think I can consider these keyframes
what
done.
In Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for? What in Celestia's name makes?
I think this one.
Makes you think his name?
Yeah, this one though. This needs to be turned a little bit.
Name makes you think we would. Celestia's name.
It's off. This, oh, I must have had this up. Yeah, this is off. Hello, Michael.
Hello.
My background music feels a bit loud. Okay, that's thank you. Yeah, I can turn it back down. Let me know if that's better for you.
Hello. My day is well. I just ate some pot roast and corn, and I have a true. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm talking to you.
Whoa, F you. Oh, I forgot we still got giant alert. Holy crap, Michael's here. He is here. I'm gonna shrink down that alert.
Well, why would you do that?
Because it was Rathlos.
Oh. Yeah, but it's also Derpy.
Yeah? You want Big Rathlos or Big Derby?
You're conflicted. Can't you separate them?
Nope, they're the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can. No, I think you can only set up one alert.
You have tiny little Rathlos and Sweet.
No, it's still big, but it's more manageable size.
Have you figured out an ending yet?
No.
If you were going to go with that knife idea, I want somebody ordering cake. Like...
But then that requires more voices and talking.
You could do it.
I don't have time. I have 1 week.
You could do the voice.
No, I'm not. Because then I still have to do lip syncing and all that extra animation stuff. I'm trying to keep it simple.
You can keep the person asking for cake off screen.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
You have a person talking, but you can't see them?
You can say, one order for cake, and then it's a knife. I can do the one.
But it's not cake, it's tacos.
One order for cake. It's a restaurant.
But who's saying order for cake?
Me.
Where?
Off to the side. I'm just like...
But okay, but how do I show that there is even somebody there talking? You have in your brain that you know that somebody is there doing something. Yeah, but anybody hearing it's not going to know what the hell's going on. Especially somebody that hasn't seen the original and doesn't even know.
A movie where they're like, "Want to order for this?"
I know, but as of right now, if somebody hadn't seen the original video, they're gonna have no idea that she worked at a restaurant.
Well, then why are we even bothering with the cake idea, the knife idea in the first?
Because the knife idea is a reference that doesn't require knowing anything else. You can just show it, and it's a fun little reference.
But for a reference to work, you have to know what the reference is.
But you don't. The knife isn't a reference to work. It's a callback to a previous video.
Why is she pulling out the knife?
Because she can. She's management now. Is she? Mike, stop! Shut up, Michael.
I don't like this idea.
Yeah, and your ideas are like socks and booping.
I mean, it wasn't, but now it is. Can we do that? Have Thanos boop, Trixie.
You just want horses that do this.
It's true.
Kissy face. That one.
There's a kissy face. It's a very awkward face. Oh, that's a good one.
Michael, I'm pretty sure he'd be like, that's a good face, that's a good face. That's a good face, that's a good face, that's a good face.
That's a good face.
Actually, one of my favorites has been, oh, not there. This one.
Oh, that is good. I like that one. Got a lot of character.
Yeah, I finished this one the other day.
You have somehow managed to
Rolling their eyes is one of my favorite things.
You have somehow.
Actually, let me double check something on it.
We're all good.
I wonder if I should extra roll. Micro commercial popped up right there for about 15 seconds. Any ad that stops you from enjoying stuff ain't a micro ad. Makes sense to a standpoint, though. Well, it's because I've disabled the stuff, but we can do a test a little later. Let me know whenever you guys have one of those little micro ads that pops up. I want to see how often they pop up, and then we're going to try running like 1 minute of ad and see if it removes it for a while. Because if it does, then that's really worthwhile to me. I'd rather have it where it's just a 1 minute break than to have interruption. So, but let me know if you get any that pop up.
Is that the thing with Twitch?
No, it's just that's the way it's always been, but I've never really see it from my perspective. And really, I have no qualms with ad blockers on Twitch stuff, but I usually don't stay on streams that long to even notice. Okay.
Somehow.
I think that is better, having that a little bit more extreme.
Somehow.
Yeah, I'll have to fix that. The one thing I did do with the transition here is when she gets to this part, I'm doing a camera slide.
What is going on
with that?
Why does it say work in progress already?
Because people can screen capture while I'm working on stuff, upload it, and then copyright me for my content.
How long have you been doing this?
Just when I get towards the end, or I just won't show it because people can do that. So I'd rather protect my own stuff. So
I've never seen you do this before.
I've done it once before, but usually I don't show it when I get this close to the end. Because otherwise, yeah, you could just screen capture, combine it all, put it up, and then point to it and say, hey, look, I did that because I put it up first. So, yeah.
I was planning on doing it.
Considering that people have done it now with AI and just pictures. So, yeah. So I did just a little slide.
I like that trend.
I've done transitions like that are easy, but
it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch rather than just cutting away.
I am doing still a cut at the transition to this shot because I want it to make it still feel like another bit with it, like another item on the checklist.
Oh man!
But it's hell man.
You have somehow.
But I'm gonna have to re-render that shot then.
You have somehow.
Michael, look at her.
I do like that face. It's such a cute face. Why don't you make more faces?
Well, I went through after all the lip syncing was done, and I did mouth twists. So it's like this. So if you can tell if when going through slowly that the mouth kind of twists back and forth between the two sides, and
So expressive.
it helps create a more like here she's got it going that direction, and then she goes that direction.
I love it. Direction.
I think I did it on a couple of these. I have to be careful on some I think like here I did it too. I think there's a little bit, but I have to be careful because if you do it too much, it's pretty noticeable. But here, when she does this face, and she says, "Let's eat all the butter." But
You're gonna have the little ending
What
credits
in
scene too, or is
Celestia's
it-
name makes
the ending credits aren't due by Ciderfest because I have to. I need to get the anthology one fully ready for release, but I don't need to worry about.
Because I
this
still
one.
like the idea I do of flipping burgers and just the credits rolling with him just flipping burgers.
Oh, I can do that as a post in a credit bit,
Yeah.
not the management bit.
Okay.
And that's
cool.
I could. It'd be a little tough to fit it in, but we can make it work.
what,
Just Thanos
what
flipping
in
burgers.
Celestia's name makes
I
you
like that
think
being
we would
punishment.
ever consider you for
Okay. So,
Defying Trixie.
what in Celestia's
so I just need to double check here.
name makes
Is there anything I need
his
to
name
modify
makes you
on
think
the
his name
main
makes you
here?
think we would
I think this hoof right here is getting to be noticeably broken at this angle right here. So I might.
I can kind of see it sticking out.
Well, because when I move the camera, yeah, but
I'm looking at it, but
actually, you know what? We're going to undo all that. We're going to just relock it to the ball. The difficulty is it's right now locked to the hand. And that's where it's does some of that. If I want to fix it, I need to have it locked to the ball. So, clipboard. Okay. Oh. Yeah, now I can actually fix it. So we're going to bend that down and then bend this up. But I have to be careful because I do not want to show it like this because then it shows like attached inside her hoof. Or if you do something like this, it hides the fact that it's not really.
could she tape the clipboard, put it in her mouth, and just like go
Makes you
num,
think.
num, 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 num. I think that would be.
Nom nom nom.
Remember that that Fluffle Puff video where it has Applejack with the like her hat in her mouth and she's going like.
you think
Mm-hmm.
Spitfire could do that.
You mean
with that clipboard.
Foodor?
Udor?
Of pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows?
Yeah, that could be.
you think
Yeah.
we
We'll talk to him. He says he's working on something.
I always am too, and that just takes a while.
you think we would ever
That's
consider
about finishing a Fluffle Puff video he started years back. Never
ever
finished.
consider you
Talk about finishing it.
Let's see if that
would
works.
ever consider you would
No.
ever
Not without a little bit more.
Much of the year was what are you gonna leave in? With all of it.
think we would ever consider you for his name makes what Mr. States
I wonder if
what in Celestia's name makes you think
I could just get rid of the clipboard, like have it that she put it down. Well, then
Yeah.
the suitcase would hit it. But I like having her flailing it around because it creates more animation to the character. Not animate, it's more animation work, but it makes her more animated, and I like that.
Oh,
would ever consider
if you put it down,
you
and those
for
kids could push it off.
No, I gotta definitely fix here.
people
The hoof is very much broken here.
Derbies. Derbies. Philip.
Thank you very much, Philip, for the derps. You make Michael's day.
Yes.
I wonder if I should have it move it off to the side, like.
you
Yes.
for consider you for
I'm gonna get rid of this suitcase for a sec. Briefcase. technically. We're going to drop her arm down a little bit. See if we can. Is it kind of getting at a weird bend? Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it.
Think of the restaurant on fire at the very end, like her standing outside of it, burning down.
Instead of the knife, it's just a lighter.
Yes, holding a light pick. Poor Susan.
But she already did it once. And she did it before management.
Yeah. She's kind of already done the fire thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe she could just be watching a or what was it? One of those ball things. What's it called? No, the swinging ball thing that they crash into stuff. Or she could just be driving a bulldozer.
That actually could be kind of funny. Of like have her to manager and it just shows her like sitting there and she's on the bulldozer, but it's still zoomed in too much so you can't see she's on a bulldozer.
Or she could just have like a plunger. Dynamite plunger and just blow it up.
But then it's like she just got management and then blow it up.
He asked her to work late.
She's management.
Yes.
She tells them to work late.
District manager.
No, she's middle management.
Well, that's what district managers are.
Everybody except the CEO and
the guy,
is middle management, right?
The guy doing absolutely no work and making all the money. He's the guy who's at the top.
Oh, I just realized that I don't have the mouth. I'll do it afterwards, but she doesn't have the mouth thing because I had redone it all for the lip sync. So, the clipboard though that is clipping.
She's putting it right through the table. Magic.
And that is fine if it's clipping right now because the briefcase is going to be popping in anyway. I just want to make sure that it's not going to look like it's obviously being thrown through a table or something.
What in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for...
Okay, I think we're good. I think to kind of move forward with this, so...
What in Celestia?
Oh, what is not? Oh, I hit release, didn't I? Yeah.
What in Celestia? What in Celestia's name? What in Celestia?
Well, that's going to be interesting. What's she getting at a specific distance here where her glasses become invisible?
And see them go invisible. Talking about the lenses.
What in Celestia's name makes you think we would...
That's weird.
That one.
What in Celestia? In Celestia?
Lenses just popped out of existence there.
What in Celestia's name makes...
In that time.
If it ends up being an issue, I have a way to fix it. It's just super annoying. If I was in charge of Hasbro, I would bribe Michael with a cameo opportunity to have a one-night boop with their in exchange for kidnapping Argo and delivering him to Hasbro Studios.
3D Studios, so he can fix all their nonsense. I know there's one 3D animator who is quite prevalent in the Bernie community who rails against everything in the 3D version. Because he wanted a job working on it.
I don't see working in 3D animation industry as being a dream job, and it shouldn't be.
Well, it's not for you, maybe, but
for some people, it sounds like fun. But what the best parts to me about animating stuff is all the stuff that isn't animating. Is all the other parts of developing the idea, telling your own story, the chaos you can do with it. If you're being paid to do it, you don't get any of that. Instead, I would just be doing the animating part, which would be stupid and boring. So, no. I wouldn't. No, I don't want that. I enjoy having the flexibility to kind of tell what stories that I want.
His name makes
Into that right now, Hasbro's business model is to hire good, expensive people to like make the initial designs for things and concepts, and then have much cheaper people like actually do it.
Well, if you're talking about their difference between the movie and the not movie,
I'm talking about the difference between the staff between the not movie.
Well, that's just how it's budget. And the movie, you have a lot more time you can budget. With the TV show, your budget for time is probably 1/4 as much. You take concessions.
And I would be okay with that being the case if it wasn't for the fact that the better people that got to write for the movie were the people who regularly wrote for you.
No. Maybe. You guys got plans for Halloween? We're going to be doing Dead by Daylight, though I might have a different idea for that. I got to check with people on. But we're going to... that is Sunday. And then Monday, not on stream. I have candy for kids. I'm going to be giving out and stuff. So probably sitting in for the most part. Being independent animator has great advantages in creativity. Yes, for sure. Siri is saying, I have a question about Rainbow Dash fighting the Nazi pony. How did you do the 2-flip she does? What do you mean the 2-flip? I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Not a lost for video he's referring to.
This one.
Oh, no, he's not. He's talking about Rainbow Dash. He's talking about...
Oh, the Rainbow Dash? Oh, I thought that was...
Zap Nader is who he's talking about.
Is it?
And I'm pretty sure he's talking about Zap Nader. It's one of the few characters from the first books whose name I actually remember. That and Golden Petals.
Yeah, because you just want the boops. So I have a feeling that so he's not Nazi, but he's well. I could see him be more communist, but okay. So you're talking. Oh yeah, so it'd be the end of this. Oh no, it was right there. No, that wasn't right there. It was towards the end of this, wasn't it?
Yeah,
this. So you're talking the double flip that she did here. I animated it. I mean, I cheated a little bit. Her first flip was actually an animation that I had already made from a different video and that I never used. So that was about getting from a laying down position and going up. And then I think for the other one, I think I just spun her around and then just kind of like bent everything around. If you really look, because
don't look too close.
Because if this is what you see, it's so blurry that you don't really need to do detail. It's more about just making sure everything kind of lags behind, and then you're good. And it worked.
So cool. Out of all your videos, like there are some I love this so much, but it's only because I read the book.
I even did After Effects in this shot. Like when she gets hit here, there's an after image.
You did such an amazing job recreating some of these scenes from the book. It makes me want more.
But yeah, the After Effects has it's like a bulge tool, and so I just took a very opaque version of the video and I set it stretch out and fade out, which is really nice if you want kind of a shockwave type effect, because the background is pretty basic, so I can get away with it without noticing anything else really popping up. So. Actually, this is my favorite, I think, transition in here, because having it go to the door and a completely different map. I like this shot too. That's a cool shot.
What that door was?
Look, she's got big hooves. No, that was when she opened the door underground for the first time.
Oh yeah, and what was the name of that town? It was the town Golden Petals was from. Windthrow.
Mm-hmm.
I am remembering a lot of names.
And like I had to add speckles in the air here floating around, because without it you wouldn't really be able to see that you're going backwards at any high speed. It gives a higher perception of speed. Yeah, there's a lot of time put into this video.
There are names I can't remember. From Soldavi?
Ember.
Ember? I
believe it's Ember.
Yeah.
Because she's the cousin of the fire.
Ember or Amber?
And I think it's Ember. Well, you know this one.
Oh, that's why am I? Starts with an A. Andrax. No.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
But yeah, in terms of the spin though, it's just I can't really tell you how I did that because it's just keyframing and spinning. It's just animating. There's no trick to it.
Been a little while.
Mini commercial. Really? That's been like 15, 20 minutes. Has it been like 20 minutes and it's already having another one pop up?
Do you like keep track of them?
Because normally if you run an ad, you delay ads
Yeah.
for everybody. And so the idea is I'm doing a test. So if Sunset's saying that they're getting like, say, an ad every 20 minutes, if once an hour we go to get another drink and I just run 1 minute of ads, well, we're gone, nothing's going on, and then it stops all ads for an hour, well, then that's pretty beneficial. It stops people being interrupted. You didn't get one. The mini ads I think are a little different. There are forced ads which I can enable. I have them disabled, and it does say here no ads scheduled. Okay, yeah, so I can't see anything coming up, but I can schedule them, but that's stupid. I don't see a need to add anymore. Because I am subbed. No, Sunset's not subbed either, but I don't think subbing stops ads. Since the start of this 3 since the start of the stream. Really? That's a lot. Especially since
we're not even we're 37 minutes in.
Especially since, like I said, you get pennies for ad revenue too. So it's like what, the entire month I think I made like $2-3 on ads. It's not worth it if you're having people be interrupted every 15 minutes.
Think we would
So yeah, I was getting mini ads even when I have sub. Okay, we'll try once we hit we're gonna go get another drink. We'll run 1 minute and see how it goes. I'm curious on it. So
ever consider we would
ever. I'm a little spoiled though with the internet compared to when I watched cable television. One ad every 15 minutes? That's awful. Cable television. Okay, that's 10 minutes of episode. Prepare to watch 5 minutes of ad.
Yeah. I was watching somebody talking about ads on YouTube where if they're increasing the price of premium for family, not individual, but for family, and they're like, well, will that cause people to leave premium? And they're like, well, maybe, but as soon as they leave, they're going to realize that ads suck. And they're just going to go right back to paying because they don't. When I was originally watching ads, well, I had ad blocker, but even when I just let myself watch ads, it would be lower volume. Their volume is increased over time. So I am happy with premium. I feel like I'm getting my value out of it for how much I watch YouTube. I never get ads ever, and it's super nice. And generally, a person with premium, it adds more value to a channel than a person just watching ads. On an definitely from an individual standpoint, but
you know what I kind of miss about shows not really catering themselves around cable television anymore is here's something that's going to age me slightly with people who didn't really grow up with cable television. Shows back in the day always had some sort of escalation right before the commercials because they wanted you to come back. They didn't want you to leave during the commercials. They wanted to keep you around until the commercials was over. So there'd always be this like pinnacle moment where something's about to happen, or there's this gasp moment, like 2 or 3 times an episode, because they needed you just to stick around until after the commercials were over.
Ever consider you?
So you needed to know what was going to happen after the commercials.
Ever consider
You don't need to do that anymore.
yeah, because you could miss it. But commercial breaks were almost always predictable. There's at least 3.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, and shows started catering their like story arcs around it.
You hate ads on YouTube, the same thing over and over again. You can get ad blockers, but usually YouTube works around it at times. And YouTube is the one platform, because of how the revenue split on there, I feel is actually fair. I do not want to take that away from people. So I want to help out, but I don't want to watch ads, and the only option for that is to do premium. Mike needs the power to cancel ads and not booping, or to cancel ads with booping.
Maybe
it's like
booping.
It's like horse comes up, and it's like if you boop this horse, the ads stop, but it's a stallion.
Ugh. Watch whatever Nike's selling.
Ever consider you?
What's that? NordVPN? Yes, I'll be right over here.
Consider you?
That.
That is the only big name person that's contacting me about sponsoring is NordVPN.
Just let him.
Sponsor?
Yeah, why not?
Because it can't. They're going to be like, okay, well, we're going to require at least a 30-second portion of your video. Most of my videos are 30 seconds.
Yeah, well, we could just sit here like where you could.
No, not on Twitch. YouTube.
YouTube. Well, thank you for the derpies.
Yes, thank you for the derps, Philip.
You could just be like, do pirates get into your house and steal your bread? Well, with NordVPN, it'd probably stop that.
No.
Oh.
Consider you?
No, for YouTube, it's useless. That's one of the things that if with the Argo Zone that I could do in the future, but even then, volume right now, that would be nothing too. It would be for the amount of work, it wouldn't be worth the time. But if it got to a certain point, then yes, it would be. My main channel, it could be, but the amount of work to work it into an animation is a lot, and for how often I make videos, feels like I would be. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all.
I wish you could get a response from my Snickers.
No,
because then you can do an entire video of ponies like eating Snickers.
Yeah, but I think having somebody with an intellectual property putting ads on top of content that contains somebody else's intellectual property. That's a gray area.
Yeah, but it's one that probably fight in court.
Yeah, but do you want to go to court?
Ponies?
No, like it's like, okay,
Snickers?
if you want to fight this, great. It's going to cost you $10,000 in lawyers' fees.
There's no way they would even. The court would dismiss it before you even begin a case.
I know, but I'd have to get a lawyer to start it. Yeah.
Only if the judge didn't immediately dismiss it.
If I submitted the case and then he dismissed it,
you're not going to submit the case. Why would you sue?
Why are they suing? If they sued me,
yeah,
and I ended up having to go forward with it.
They would have to find a judge who would see none of their intellectual.
It doesn't matter because even the writing up of the response to get it dismissed, something has to go through. You can't just go to a judge because you don't go to a judge. It goes to a whole thing outside of it.
Like,
it's not worth it.
I want Snickers eating or ponies eating. Snickers.
Yeah, I know, but you're telling me if you drop like 5 digits, you can get Snickers. No. And I don't. If they sued me, I don't think then they would want to work with me.
I don't. Well, no, Snickers wouldn't be suing you. Why would Snickers sue you? They're paying you.
You're saying we say Hasbro.
The Hasbro.
If as soon as they do that once, that's visibility. My whole channel's done.
Go after you for other things. Yeah.
Yes. See.
But not the Snickers commercial.
Shut up, Michael.
I don't want to eating Snickers.
I can have eating Snickers, just one of the sponsored capacity. Show sometimes used to have a couple of minutes of content at the end of the show that would be broadcast or cut depending on whether commercials or on local networks. Oh, okay. I can see that, yeah. What's the song playing? This one is, I think, it's Are You There by Prince Whatever. Everything, yep. Are You There, Prince Whatever. 2019, came out a couple years ago.
Consider you for
Just thinking of Big Mac eating the Snickers, and like after that's like, here, eat the Snickers. He's like, what? And he eats Snickers, like, because you become unmovable. Hungry. He turns into
She's like, Big Mac, are you in a bad mood? Yup. Eat a Snickers. Are you in a bad mood now? Nope.
There you go. We got it.
Yeah. I remember most of the Tremors TV show. There are scenes where Bert Gummer found the lab with Mixmaster. Most people have never seen the content. Ah, that's kind of interesting.
He was in the TV show too. Like he was the one character from the original Tremors that was in every like Tremors media. His entire career was that one single franchise. I mean, good for him. He made his money. But I mean, the original movie was pretty good. Everything after that was my opinion.
Just realized that that's what the flat line was. It was this piece. I don't want to have that around it.
Because I think the original movie was directed by Steven Spielberg. That might be wrong.
You for
That was the case for the
consider you
original.
for never consider you for
Was the original Land Before Time directed by him? Or?
I think it might have been.
I know it was a Don Bluth film, and then after he turned maybe director. Don Bluth was the creator. He also directed. He might have also directed.
Created by Tony Geiss and Judy Freudberg.
He might have just.
Director is Don Bluth.
Okay, it was Don.
Then is Roy Allen Smith. Yeah, at that point.
Don Bluth was, it was the first one.
Only the first one.
Only the first one. Don Bluth is a pretty big name. So.
Just imagine being the guy that was like, so what is your big work within the industry? I directed the 17th Land Before Time movie.
Oh, how many of them have there been?
14.
That's been a bit since the last one.
You know they're running low on ideas. Invasion of the Tinosauruses.
Oh, that's before.
Because the original one was kind of dark and was good.
It was Don Bluth.
And then later on, they're just like, look at your little adorables. No,
like the original Land Before Time was like almost borderline adult, whereas everything after that.
Commercial
was, like,
again?
Fun kids.
That was 12 minutes. Is it really?
I think it's like every 10 minutes or get one.
Is it just Sunset that gets them that much? Maybe. I know ads can be dependent on location, but
watch Insul.
yeah, we'll try on the hour.
What?
Yeah, because if you would say, at least with their new monetization methods, if you did the 5 minutes an hour for 40 hours a month, you're talking about pushing on people.
I never remember getting that.
That's 200 minutes of ads in a month. So that's 3 hours of ads. That's just.
I don't remember getting that. Like when I used to watch movies, I don't remember ads every time.
Do you have an ad blocker?
Watch Insul.
Ramped it up.
What?
I think it depends on the person, location, a bunch of
Watch Insul.
a bunch of different factors.
Watch Insul. Watch Insul. Watch it.
Because if there's anything that frustrates me the most, it's like, hey, I'm gonna go check out what this person's doing, and then it's an ad for like 20 seconds before even starting. And like, well, I understand that's the best time to interrupt somebody in terms of like the content, but at the same time, it defers me from wanting to even watch, and that's not.
Watching Celeste.
No.
Watching Celestia's name.
Depends on the size of the channel and how many people are watching too. Like if there's more people watching it.
Watching.
Okay, so she needs to have this motion happen a little bit earlier.
Watching Celeste. Watching Celeste.
Look at that face. Oh, those are blinky.
Are you in trouble, Spitfire?
What's...
Oh, I have to zero the eyes first, then hit close. Otherwise, they overlap.
Watching.
Dude, these eyes. These models are so much fun.
The one thing I'm finding that I really enjoy. I originally didn't like the lip syncing on these because I wasn't used to it, and some of the mixtures that worked as a trick on the old ones don't work on these ones. But I like these ones because I can shift the whole mouth. Before, like if I wanted to have the jaw potentially move, I basically had to grab all of the mouth and do like this. But now I can just grab one single mouth bone and do it.
Yeah. No, it's super.
What's in Celestia's name?
And there's like a
It makes you think we would ever consider you for.
Oh no. Scandalous indeed.
We would name. It makes you think we would.
Yeah. Like, Spitfire. Spitfire. Wait.
I'm Yoda.
Like.
Problems. That's why she sounds like that. Sinus cavities will just cake. No, the worst.
Name makes you think we would ever consider you for.
This is that face. Here's what happens when you.
Spitfire, this pie.
Is pie? Pie is good. I had pie.
She's like a duck.
The pie. Strawberry and bacon. Strawberry bacon pie.
Throws a rubber face on it.
Pie's fine.
What in Celestia's name makes.
That's.
One. Yeah, that's for Blur. That was a little bit more time across, but still. There we go.
What in Celestia's name? What in Celestia's
The one thing they
name?
need to add is models of Source 2
Name.
where it comes out properly is fuzziness. That's the one thing I've really enjoyed about G5 is they made the ponies fuzzy.
I had one shot, the first one that I realized I did not have her tie on, and if you remove the tie now, it does feel weird.
You have to.
Yeah, well, or that. Now she feels naked. Doesn't she?
Lewd.
Doesn't she look naked now?
It's like, look, put
What
the tie
in
on.
Celestia's name makes
Like-
you think we would.
Like, imagine her with a tie. Okay.
Yeah, but the glasses.
Nah.
She needs the
What in
glasses.
Celestia's name
Now
makes
imagine
you
her
think we
without the
would.
tie and glasses.
What in Celestia's name makes
It's
you
horrible.
think we would ever.
It's the anti-lewd. It's only clothes, no person.
No person, only clothes.
What is under those clothes? Nothing. Oh.
What in Celestia's name makes
Very cute. It's very cute. Tie.
name?
I like the idea of a collar and a tie with no shirt. It's pointless. You know the original purpose of ties were?
I don't know, and you're going to tell me.
You seem so upset.
His name.
It's just one of those Wikipedia moments with Michael.
His
It
name.
was to cover up the
His
buttons on
name.
the
His
shirt.
name.
Because buttons were considered,
Lewd.
yeah,
His
showing
name.
any way to
His
enter
name.
one's clothing
His
was considered inappropriate. Ties were invented to cover up the buttons.
Celestia's name. Celestia's name.
Yeah, that movement
His
kind of
name.
works, but it just
His
doesn't.
His name.
Feels some of the motions like when you just do sideways, it feels like everything moves like a tree, and I don't like that.
His name.
Just emphasizes how pointless wearing a tie is. But it's so professional. She's a business poem.
His name makes. In Celestia's name makes. His name makes. His name.
Okay, we're gonna, I think, have her eyes squint a bit here. But I don't have to worry too much on that. I'm gonna squint. We're gonna bring up a little bit more from the below.
His name makes. His name.
kind of ads you guys seeing? I'm curious.
Well, that's all based on data mining.
Data mining.
They're gonna recommend. Well, I don't know because it shows me like Nike. I'm like, I don't get
I've
it.
actually had to go
His
on to,
name.
like,
Make
there's a
his
way
name.
for YouTube at least delete or the information they have is what kind of ads they show you.
His name.
And I
Makes you
actually was getting some ads that
name makes you.
were very
His name makes
unsettling, and I had to
name.
I actually figured out how to do it, how to go in and just delete some of the stuff they were showing me.
Name makes you.
Because you can disable personalized ads, but then they're like, but then you're not going to get ads you care about. I'm like, well, for one, I don't care about ads at all, so that doesn't. If anything, now it's going to purposely show me things that don't relate to me. From a financial perspective, though, if you click an ad, normally it is a higher payout. So there is that. But if I see an ad and it's about something that I don't care about, that means I'm not going to watch it even more. So it doesn't affect me. Like, but you might care. No, I don't.
Name makes. Name.
Okay, we're going to do a little bit more of the head bob up here.
Yeah, I can't even think most of the time what kind of ads. But they're all pretty generic for the most part.
YouTube, well, I haven't had any for a while, but
Name makes.
I probably would be pretty generic too. I have a lot of crap disabled through because I use Brave as my browser, and that blocks a ton of stuff. Like if I even just go to the main open tab, it tells me like 283 trackers blocked and whatnot. And they have the shield button here, so if I go to like YouTube, it has the shields up and it says we blocked 7 trackers. Just from opening it, you can see the number go up. You can turn that off and then it works. Some websites will break. It's very rare, but some will break if you are. Wait, the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday. Wait,
Oh yeah, I watched that at work.
is it
It's a holiday
It's a-
special for Guardians of the Galaxy. It's actually a pretty funny trailer. You can watch it after.
Yeah, I'm curious on that. I just saw that. I'm like, wait, what the hell is that?
Name makes you.
I mean, you can watch it now, and they probably thank you for having
No,
it in
they-
their movie, but
Probably copyright it. Another mini ad. That's yeah, it's actually pretty consistent in like 12 minutes for you. That's super goofy.
Celestia's name makes you think. What's in Celestia's name? His name.
I think I get a lot of Mint Mobile ads. Ads for like men's clothing.
But it's because they're going to look at what you've purchased, things you talked about, and your phone is picked up. The fact that you use Mint, that kind of information, they have all that.
Yeah.
So, the amount of times that I have seen a advertisement come up that follows very specifically on either a topic that I normally don't talk about, but I talked about suddenly, or that was on NPR and my phone is by my radio.
That's why I always talk about fish when I'm near you. In the hopes that one day you'll get nothing but ads for fish. Delicious fish.
The streams are probably one of those. There's certain conversations though, like I have actually moved my phone out of the room because I'm like, I don't want this being picked up at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so stupid.
I don't think I've ever gone so far as to do that. I talk about weird crap all the time. Like fish. Delicious, nutritious. Which should be advertised all day, especially mackerel and swordfish. Swordfish is like steak. It's the steak of the sea.
What's in Celestia's name?
And then we'll buy some swordfish. He doesn't like fish. Unless it's deep fried.
I have
It's
to
not
put it down
fish
a little bit.
anymore. Stop eating fish.
What's in Celestia's name? What's in
This goes down a little bit, so I want to offset this motion to basically be about the same to here. It's just about. There we go. How's that look? Still a little low. I'm trying to get this just down a little bit. Let's see how that looks.
What in Celestia's name?
Because
What
I
in
added emotion
Celestia's
to her,
name?
and then that was it transitioned. I don't want to have it sliding a little bit upwards all the time, so I want to offset it, and that looks
Celestia's
to be about where it is here. But everything for that leg, I'm going to just smooth through here so that it doesn't.
What in Celestia's name?
Yeah, no, it doesn't have as much. There's still a little bit of twitch. We're gonna fix that with just a good old round.
In Celestia's name makes. What in Celestia's name makes.
When she goes down here, though, it still has a little bit of a bounce to that too. That was just one or just two. Right through here. I'm going to go up.
His name makes. His name makes.
Better
What
keep it
in
there.
Celestia's
I
name
need to
makes.
figure out why the best alcohol I've ever had comes from a barn an hour from here.
The best?
I'd say that was probably some of the best. The meat they have is probably some of the best alcohol ever.
Yeah, but there's not many places that do mead, so it's not like you have like a decent selection to pick from.
Celestia's name makes you.
You need to sell that stuff
Name
in
makes you
stores.
think.
You can get out there and expand a bit. But they seem probably pretty happy. Yeah. Which is actually,
They probably make more money selling at Ren fairs by volume than they would at stores.
yeah.
And if you do it at stores, then they probably would need more. Their distribution facility is probably all drums. They can't sell it at a store unless they have a packaging facility. So I can see it. They have, I think, a perfect way to make a lot of money off of very little.
I can appreciate small business in general, wanting to stay small, not wanting to be like, how much money can I make before I'm dead? Competition has begun. Probably want to retire one day.
We're talking about there's a meadery north of here that we picked up a whole few gallons of mead at that they only sell to Renaissance festivals. That's the only time you can get it, but they do it about 4 or 5, and they do very well at their Minnesota Renaissance Festival is huge. So they get a lot of business. So, but after the Ren fairs are done, you can buy it direct from them
for a whole lot cheaper. Like those little glasses were like $9 a piece, weren't they?
I think they were 7. Well, I think they're like 6 or 7, but so I think maybe 7. But you're paying tip then too.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be 8 or 9.
And then you can get a gallon for like $30.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's cheaper, but
way cheaper.
But usually, I'm thinking freshness is a thing because that's why I made space in the fridge for all the gallons yesterday, just so we can keep them as fresh as possible.
Think we would. To think we. To think we. To think. To think.
Tasty.
To think we. To think we.
They don't let you buy it like
To
that.
think we. Think
Oh no!
would.
But now I know what their drums look like behind the scenes because it was the exact same setup at there for how they would get the liquor or the liquid out.
Think we would. Think we would.
I know what their price is.
Think we. Think.
We could throw such a party if we had one of these right now. It would be ill-advised on so many matters.
To think we.
As long as you have some spare beds.
Yeah.
Think we. To think we would ever. To think we.
Booze.
To think we.
Yes.
To think we. To think.
This one is kind of okay. It's a little more hoppy than I like.
I don't know
But-
what that one is.
It was this, the place that makes the raspberry honey one, raspberry honey ale.
Yeah.
It's the same place. It's just a cream ale, but it's a little more hoppy than I normally would like. So, but I want to try it. I know what I'm going to be picking up next time from Hy-Vee. They had a blueberry muffin sour.
Like muffins and sour.
It is $26 for 4. So I want to try it,
Yeah.
but that's
You get a whole gallon of meat for that.
Yeah, they're a little pricey, but if it's really good, it's a fun thing to try every now and then.
Yeah.
What was that one John picked up one time that was a pastry one that actually tasted like the pastry?
I remember it, but I don't remember the name.
Yeah. I actually want to find the Indeed key lime pie one again.
They're all over the place.
I can't find it anywhere.
I think they were always at the liquor stores close to our old place. Not too much of a drive to go over there, but
No, not really.
Still a lot further than places that also have booze. I still haven't checked out the Hy-Vee liquor store.
It's good. Surprisingly good.
Makes you think
Is it inside the door?
Is
it like attached to the
It's next to it. You have to go out and back in. It's next to the left of the main entrance.
She's suspicious. Like I'm.
That's almost.
His name makes
And that so it's like the mini ads actually they bring the whole thing down small and then bring it back up again, right?
his name makes
Second mini ad. But it hasn't been 10 minutes. It's been 10 seconds.
Actually, I do remember what I used to do for streams now. The reason I never got ads. I connected my stream through VLC player, so it streamed directly from the source, and Twitch was taken out of the equation.
name makes
Other than as a proxy, because you can stream streams through VLC.
name makes
Oh, if you know the TDP address or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then
UDP. No, it's UDP.
It's actually far more efficient to do it that way. That's why I used to do it that way, is because it ran better. And then I just did pop-ups.
How can you still do that?
Yeah.
Is it just putting in the Twitch address?
Yeah, it's actually VLC set up for it. It's actually pretty easy. You can just use VLC player to watch Twitch.
name makes you think
Well, the thing is, you're going to lose out on probably some certain things. Like some certain... Well, you can see all the chat, I guess. But
in the pop-out window.
Yeah, the stream video shrinks to make the room for a banner ad at the bottom. Then the stream returns to normal size afterwards. Okay.
name makes you think
Yeah, Sunset, if you have VLC player and you know how to do that.
Well, anybody could, but...
It's not too hard. You gotta look up, like, the instructions on how to do it. No, I remember doing that because my bandwidth in my old place back in Kentucky used to be freaking awful. I found that if I ran things through VLC, I could control a lot more aspects of the video. Like, resolution and stuff. Without having to have, like, the upgrades or whatever.
would ever
A little fast.
we would ever
Renfest is fun.
Renfest earlier. Lots of weird memories there. Yeah, the Minnesota one is big. It's very large, very themed. I don't have the... I know Adam has his video up. Really? It's not going to have...
It was channel.
Yeah, I guess. Wow. There's a... Wait. The amazing Adam Owen comes up first. Okay. Yeah, ours is... I just want to get a picture where they show everything. Yeah, so these are all the buildings that they have for our these. They're very, very detailed. We were all as monks. What do you call that? Steamed.
Unsteamed?
Yeah, I had eating things. No, ironing.
Yeah, we did not iron them.
I just wanted to...
steams.
We didn't have any good pictures of the... But yeah, I do like this. We're all just like, the pub! No, they do... Everything is not just made to look medieval, but like it's all the structures are custom. There's actually a couple that have a tree in the middle of the shop that comes up through the ceiling, and that kind of has like an elven feel with like moss coming on the side. It's all natural. It's just built up over years and years. It's really, really cool.
We would ever
Like that face.
ever consider you. Would ever.
Kind of leaning forward.
I don't know if I'm going to keep that, but
Would ever consider you. Ever consider you. Would ever. Would ever.
Like all the expressiveness.
oh, I have the neck that's selected. That's why I don't like it. Okay, that's better. Mr. Reference is like right up the street from where I got my boat stored. Oh, okay. Cool. I haven't seen there since the 90s. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's pretty damn fun. We've been to the State Fair multiple times, and we went to the Ren Fair this year twice. Ren Fair was more expensive, yes, but a lot more fun.
Would ever consider.
I would be indifferent about going to the State Fair again.
Yeah.
Would
The Ren
ever
Fair.
I wasn't even planning to go this year. It was only because of your mother that we went.
Yeah. That was cool to do once. She was very
Ever
tired at the end of it. Yeah.
Would ever consider you. Would ever
Is
consider you. We would
it not
ever.
fair? They're 60 though.
Would
She's
ever
gonna-
consider you. We would ever consider. Think we would ever consider you. We would ever consider you.
You see, you go back a little bit. Just go back for a second in the video. It's right there. I don't want you to
She's,
forward so you can look the nose.
it's like we're Spitfire, the boot's coming.
Look at your face.
The boop's coming.
The face that I was expecting boobs.
Boop.
Too hard.
The boop. AC, you can't go for the boop because it just disappears.
Hey, can you make your nose like fit it in a little bit? All you got to do is scrunch it. Go. Oh, he got rid of her smooth.
What in Celestia's name
Look
makes
at
you
somebody
think
punch
we
in
would
the face.
ever consider you?
She's perfectly fine.
He's horse spittle. Really needs
She's writing into papers. It's not writing.
It's not writing. An ancient love story.
In Celestia's name
right.
makes you think we would ever consider you for.
Flickering.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go get a refill, and so we're gonna do our test now for the ad thing. So I'm gonna just hit to run. Where is the thing? I'm gonna. Oh, this one is being weird now. There we go. Okay, like disabled all my buttons for a second here. So I'm gonna force run 1 minute of ads, and we'll see what happens. Let me. Well, I have the buttons here too. So okay, we'll be back in like 1 sec or 1 minute, and we'll go from there. So all right, we'll do that.
Boy, until soon. After these messages. Yeah, maybe. Don't know that.
lost in each moment. The memories pass by flashing blurs and painful nostalgia. 1,000 goodbyes to people I don't know. Just ghosts and old phantoms haunting days I'll never remember. I'll never remember.
Do we still have this setup right for? Oh, nope, I hit the wrong button there. Hold on. Should be just doing that. Okay, perfect. That does work. Okay. Actually, no, that is the right one. Okay, cool. So let's see. Did that run? I actually don't know. I haven't done that before. At least not for a very long time. It showed it was. I put way too much foam in this. I mean, I didn't put it in there. Oopsied. Yes. We'll see, because if that works, does it tell me anything about delays? Oh, that's why those buttons weren't working. I was editing my thing. So that's probably why the ad manager wasn't actually showing anything. Hold on. I'm still not showing anything. Okay. It did run 2 short commercials. Okay. So now we'll see how this goes from here. So let me know if we're at a baseline of 10 to 12 minutes. So we'll see how that goes. They'll restart again at some point, but I'm curious.
I was taking a piss just now. I had a really good idea.
What in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for?
It'd be funny. At the very end, just have her standing at the front counter, and just have Luna still strapped to the rocket crash to the ceiling. So like, that would be legit funny.
And then she can still pull out the knife.
Yeah. Just look inside. Because that was the whole thing, was launching her to the moon.
Yeah.
The restaurant's on the moon, and they're just having her crash to the ceiling upside down. Like,
I was concerned originally that people were going to complain of like, but aren't they on the moon? And but that actually does. I think that could work. Yeah,
I like that. I like
that is a good amount of work, but I like it, so it's worthwhile putting the effort into.
It'd be pretty quick, like just have her crash to the ceiling.
But crashing to the ceiling, I would probably want to have rubble come down and stuff, and I don't have any ability to destroy the building itself, so I have
show the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't show the ceiling.
No, but no, I have. I think we can make that work, but it's mini scope creep, but it's doable in the time that I have. Because the animating is simple. All I'd have to do, I could recreate that whole rocket thing really easy. Trixie isn't actually animated doing anything. Yeah, it'd be minimal. So the thing that's the most time consuming is this. It's the lip syncing. It's the refinement of trying to make things look really, really detailed.
What in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever
I'm gonna check here. Oh, that's the nose.
And of course, she pulls out the knife to cut her free, right? Let her down.
We would ever
Does something like this work with a little head shake?
We would ever
Oh, that's too much.
We would ever.
I think it's a little too strong. I think it would work if it was reduced.
Yeah, it feels like she had to, like a Tourette's moment.
Maybe if I stretch out the timing a little bit.
Would ever
I think. Okay, I'm gonna remove those shakes because I can't undo it once they're there. When was the last time she did a blink? Right here.
Makes you think would
I Okay, so this is, I don't like having it there every time there's a transition between different things that it causes a blink and a blink and a blink and a blink. That's unrealistic. So that's why here I'm having her squint. But at this point, we're a couple seconds in, I can get away. Or no, right here. And this is a pretty drastic change of like positioning for her head.
Would ever we would
Okay, so this part needs to be a little bit to the right.
we would ever consider you
Okay, I'm not happy with the lip syncing right. I feel like this needs to be a little less grin. We're gonna add a little bit of wide and a little less pucker.
ever
No, that's not.
ever consider you
That's
would
better.
ever consider you
This needs to be close quicker. Maybe pull back this a little bit.
ever consider you we would ever consider you for
Yeah, that works.
we would ever consider
So, like, even here, when she's doing her head motion, I want to change the mouth, but it's more of I want a specific look for how the mouth looks, but the head twisting and moving kind of gets in the way of that. So I want to see, once it's all done, how to manipulate it. Because there's been plenty of times where the mouth hasn't looked right. Actually, one of my favorite examples of this is
Here.
mm-mm. Those under gifts. Unless I didn't release a GIF. No, I did release a GIF of it. Where is it? It's the Countess Colatura one.
Oh, the hamburger.
Yeah, that's why I searched ham.
Man. There's a folder marked other. There it is. The very bottom. Very bottom. All the way down. Oh wait, no. Follow it. There it is. Bottom.
Oh, it's all like covered. Oh, it's called cheeseburger. No, here, like her mouth, it works from this angle, but in reality, from the side, her jaw is completely broken and disjointed and torn down. But it worked from this angle, and so it's the same thing here of the lip syncing might work from all angles, but I only care about this angle. And so I kind of want to have the jaw twisted to have a much more open look, but the twisting things is kind of permanent. So I'm just wanting to get the idea for motion down
do you
first.
think we would ever consider would
90% of the animation is just see this stuff.
I know, but I'm really enjoying Spitfire.
ever consider
Well, Sunset, if it hasn't said anything about ads yet, are we at the 12-minute yet?
consider you
Before you got back.
Oh yeah, I did. But I'm curious, is like, does a 1 minute ad delay it for 30 minutes, an hour? Or is if you do 2 minutes of ad, does it delay it for twice as much? That's what I'm kind of curious on. Because could you just say, run 3 minutes of ad and then be good for an hour and a half? So, but usually we kind of already, like, or at least Michael jumps away. Cinnamon yet. Okay. I'm wondering, it's getting close on that time.
Ever consider you consider you
It's gotta be immensely satisfying for people who make these pony models to see animations made with them.
I don't know. It depends on what part of the internet you're looking.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the person too at that point.
Yeah.
I mean, the person who added
consider you for
A lot of the modelers, if they get into lewd content or creation of models for it, get good money.
Yeah.
consider you for
I think AZ was talking about he referred to them as cup holders. That was
It's a cozy.
Yes.
consider you for
I might need to change the animation time on this because I want to have her saying it coming across and she's saying for as it's sliding. Right now, it's in the mid. She's kind of moving after saying. Another edge rotation, yes. Okay, I need to do chest 2 as well. Can we do global? No, we can't. This isn't looking straight. We're gonna still do the same thing. Where's your head? There you are. That one I can do. Wait, no, this is about hitting the back. Okay, we're gonna maybe make her sad here on the eyes.
I can see this when I'm actually mesmerized right now. But I just looked down and noticed the wire connecting.
I had charger.
You got a wireless mouse and then you put the thickest wire in all of existence.
No, I have a different one, but the end of it was too thick and I couldn't fit it in the bit and I can't find the actual cable for it, so I just pulled out this one.
That is the most bizarre USB cable I've ever seen.
It's just until it's charged.
Yeah.
you for or consider you for you ever consider
Modelers out there, the only thing I ask for when Source 2 is fuzzy ponies. Just take this model, put fuzzy.
I don't know Source 2 is going to have fuzzy.
consider you for
Not.
consider you for
You message Gabe and you say, give me fuzzy poems.
He doesn't have to give me fuzzy bones.
Don't think that might get you banned.
He probably wants fuzzy bones too. He's adding ponies a lot of stuff once upon a time.
Did he say his favorite was Applejack?
I can't remember if he ever said which one was his favorite, but he definitely said he was a brony, and then he did the whole EF2 pony thing for a while.
I thought that he had a favorite, though.
He probably did. Everybody had a favorite. Favorite pony.
Pinkie Pie is the best pony.
They said Pinkie Pie is the best pony? He's wrong. I like Pony Game.
That would make sense why they would have in the one about I'm a pretty pink unicorn. At least it's pink, but okay. I thought he had originally said Applejack, and it seemed to be a common thing. But then it feels like people are just saying it because that's just the only one they know.
Who was it? Billy Bob Thornton, I think, was ranting all about Pony one time. His favorite was Fluttershy.
You know who's the best brony?
Oh yes, that.
What movie was this from?
I can't remember the name of it.
That probably says it here.
They're legit. There's like a bunch of dudes, and they're all talking about the lore.
Playing with Fire movie.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and there was actually a lot in there about My Little Pony.
There was a lot. There were several scenes about My Little Pony.
But I love that shirt because it's so basic. But
just like slutsy on a shirt.
He's so ripped. It's just so funny. Yeah. Wait. Oh, that is the same one and not each. I thought it was different. But yeah, I've seen all the scenes in there that were Pony. They were all subtle, but they were all funny.
Kind of, except for like the one time his friends like ranting off about the lore.
Yeah, but that was only like one scene. So
I remember Pat Oswald did a whole stand-up where he talked about the lore.
Consider you for.
That's really a surprise.
We are going to readjust the timing on this a little bit.
Consider you for.
We're going to have the briefcase come in a little quicker.
I think the only children's show I've watched from Western animation that has as in-depth of lore as my probably Adventure Time.
For what it is. I mean, I've seen stuff with deeper lore, but...
For like Japanese animation.
Well, no, just there's other TV shows that have very deep, like lores, like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but that's not like focus children.
Yeah, I'm saying for the medium of which it is. Hello, Cap.
Or. Consider you.
Thing about Adventure Time is I don't think it started out with a bunch of lore. The lore just kind of built in.
For.
Pony at least had like a backstory.
Or consider you for.
I think if I had to compare it to one thing that's still coming out, it'd be Owl House, but Owl House's lore is pretty in depth.
Consider you for. Or.
Not quite as expensive as Pony, but Pony had a lot more time.
Or. Consider you for. For.
Okay.
Or. Consider you for. Consider you for.
Okay, yeah, that's better time.
Or.
Hey, Cap.
You for.
What you up to tonight?
For.
What's everybody up to tonight? Oh, it's only Tuesday, but...
What are you for?
Tuesday's a valid day. Things can happen.
Thank you for verifying that Tuesday is a day of the week.
You made Tuesday sound like, oh, it's just a Tuesday. Tuesdays are garbage. Not even worth mentioning.
Yeah, nothing good happens on Tuesday.
That's true. Except for this stream.
Nolan is dancing a frog.
Right? Good frog.
He's a good frog. Y'all ready for con next week, Nolan? Y'all packed and everything?
This is about today.
They actually had changed the policy regarding badges, which I completely understand. It used to be, if you say I put in for 3 panels and I'm a community guest, the community guest gives me a badge, but if there's other panelists on the panel, I could split those badges amongst them. They removed that policy. It was abused, and which I always thought, like, BronyCon used to be very flexible. They used to give you 4 badges per panel. That is, if you were all all badges for every person that's on there, and it was a $60 ticket. That's $240 worth of tickets per panel. That's crazy. So what you used to do is we'd say, oh, well, we only have 3 people on our panel. Well, who do we know that kind of does this type of content that we can throw on there and to give them the free badge, and they just sit there. So it could happen similar, I guess, for Cider Fest and some of the other ones. But like legitimately, I had some people that are going to be doing a large part with the panels and could have. But
I think the hardest part of this convention is trying to convince Jay to let me drive his car.
yeah, good luck. His car doesn't even want to be driven. He's trying to die every time.
It's trying not to die, but it does what it does.
4.
Because, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to go with him.
We haven't figured out that plan yet.
He's probably start going for that.
Did you check out the new horses they released? He probably has.
I haven't seen the new stuff yet.
Anything yet, Sunset? If you haven't seen anything yet, then that means that it's at least confirmed.
I mean, the only thing I'll say, I haven't checked it out yet. The only thing I'll say is that 3D stuff started out really rough and has slowly been getting better. And I do believe it will get back to being just below or par with the movie. But I think they hired on a lot of really talented animators to make a bunch of people who are learning the job.
I don't think it's the same studio that made it, both of them.
It's Boulder.
Yeah, different divisions or something. You're going to have a much bigger budget. Thank you, Sunset. Let me know when the next one pops up, because then we might be able to get if we can figure out that a 1-minute ad leads to a 1 hour free time where it removes all ads for everybody. If we do that, then it means 1 minute of ads to remove all interruptions for an hour. That's a lot.
We should just start the stream.
No, I don't like. Well, I would say it's okay within like 30 minutes of. The last thing you want to do is tell everybody, "Hey, we're gonna stream. Watch an ad."
No, before you even say anything, just turn that on.
Yeah, but some people get the notification, and I'm always starting late. No, and you don't have to. If you have to go somewhere, I mean, I don't like saying you go out or stare or shoot. But if we can get a good estimate on time, that would actually be pretty useful.
I want a little hand to come out of you.
That sounds like a blooper.
A blooper?
No, a blooper.
A boop.
No, I don't know if I'm ever gonna do a blooper again, because originally it was like the adding a 0 thing. So I did a special at 1,000, 10,000, and 100,000. That's never gonna happen. So it's
no, then I do like that.
No, I did the math. Even if I were working at my peak subscriber add-ons by working my ass off, it would take me 8 years.
Maybe if I did these streams without a shirt on, that would help bring in people.
I mean, if we want to, you can make an OnlyFans account.
This is true. Right.
I mean, I just put 30 minutes without. Okay. So the next test we do is, I believe I had manually added. Let's see here. Active stream time. Okay. There we go. Is there a 2-minute ad button? I have a button for 1 minute. Yes, there is. Okay, so I'm going to add a 2-minute ad break, because we were basically gone a minute and a half anyway. They actually clicked it. Did I? Good. We'll see, because then we'll try a 2-minute, and if 2-minute gets rid of a full hour, then that's the sweet spot. What do we add? 740. Okay.
4.
I'm curious if it goes back to the like every 10-minute thing too. But it is good. No, I thought it would just be intro ads. I'm actually glad that it gets rid of all ads.
Or
Yeah, it's definitely a pretty big trade-off. Instead of one ad every 10 minutes, one minute ad will get rid of 30.
But it's the 1 minute ad is not intrusive.
Yeah.
We have walked away. There's nothing going on where there's a difference between that and something is going on and now it's interrupting you. Interruption is so annoying. But also, how else does Twitch do it? I mean, there's no real better way to go about it. Because they can't just say, well, we'll put it off to the side so you don't have to worry about it. Well, then it's not... advertisers are going to complain, so they have to please
They could just
both parties.
Convince everybody who's on Twitch has to write, like, Pepsi or, like, 100 grand bar across their forehead, which will stop their screens.
I would be much more willing to run ads if they actually had a good split, but their split is such crap. And they have improved that little system they're running right now actually makes it viable. It actually makes it per minute of ad. It is higher than YouTube essentially, but at the same time, it's a lot of interruption.
I just had a genius idea. You need to get that mead barn. You get that mead barn to sponsor it. We can drink mead during the streams. We can talk about how great they are. I like this.
I kind of want to. I'm a little concerned regarding cost, but did you see the thing I posted in our other private chat about the tanks?
I saw.
You sure? Hold on. We saw this.
It's not my cup of tea in the slightest.
thedriveatank.com. So we realized this place is like 40 minutes from us, and you can just literally drive a tank. So, like, say you want to crush a car with a tank.
That's expensive.
It's $649 to crush a car.
No.
But that is just the crushing the car. It doesn't include the driving of it.
The whole process will take like a minute at most, and you're out $650
to drive over a car.
Oh.
But the if you really want to get sad, then the cheapest package they had is $374, and you get to drive a fun 5-ton transport in FV 543 SPG and shoot a machine gun. But the best package is the Sherman, which is expensive, but you get to drive a Sherman inside with the hatches closed. You get to shoot 5 machine guns. You get an APC and SPG. You get 2 passengers. And you can still drive over a car too. If you want the expensive one, you could drive a tank through a house. First, though, it starts with you going inside and just smashing things.
This seems...
Would you want to go into a house with a sledgehammer and break anything you wanted? Does it sound like fun?
I mean, kind of, maybe a little, not thousands of dollars of fun.
They don't even give you pricing, which means I do it. See, to me, if you were to tell people like they could split off with the passengers and just say like $100 to be a passenger, because even that would be kind of cool, like to be in the tank when it's driving around.
Do you want to be in a hot box?
It would be kind of neat, but it would just be. I think it would be fun, but it is expensive. But that would be fun to just record. Get a bunch of people with cameras and stuff, and just do a bunch of recording for it. That could be interesting, but it's expensive. I used to do some demo and construction. It's really a lot of mess. Yeah, but that's the greatest part is you make the mess and they clean it.
But he was getting paid.
Demolishing a house or car is fun. I've done both. Yeah, well, riding over a car with a tank would be it's expensive, but it's one of those things of you're never gonna forget that. Like that's something you'll live with.
Yes, I'll live with the thought like.
And it's null
I
and
just spent
Void
$2,000.
sent the link.
It's like, I just spent $2,000 to ride around in a tank for 30 minutes.
You get to ride in 5 different vehicles, shoot 5 different heavy machine guns. So it's not just a single ride and you're done. It's like a whole day thing.
I can put on my VR headset.
You know what? Just go slip some LSD. Just lay down on the bed. You can pretend.
Way cheaper. You'll save money.
I don't know, LSD's
Yes.
probably a little bit expensive, but
Not even close to that. But I would know.
well, yeah, I wanted to have her a little bit more here.
That's my thing.
I would love to see Michael shoot a tank gun. Actually, that if you were able to shoot the big one, and on the other end was a stallion.
Plush.
No,
What's like a horse?
yep, just a horse.
It's sad. Now I am sad.
It's a stallion, though.
Yes, but I would.
Wait, you always talk about how you need to die, and now you have the opportunity.
That would be poor horsey. I don't hate horses. I spent a lot of my childhood scooping up their poop, but I don't hate them.
Well, thank you for the sub, Stig. 5 months, 2 month streaks. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very much. I hope you're having a good one. We gotta make her. Is that scary enough?
Well, she's terrified.
Most welcome, having a good one indeed. That is good. That is very good.
I think she should be more.
Oh, that's a good.
I think she should be more stunned than. Yeah, I guess that's pretty decent stun.
So should it be?
Oh, it's escaping. She's trying to lick off the evidence.
Should it be like bent like that?
You should do a whole video of ponies are just trying to touch their snoot. They can't quite do it.
Okay, she stops moving, and I need to have her have at least a little bit of life. Oh, that included this part. Don't want that. There we go. Now we just have that blend out a bit.
I think when I was younger, I used to like buying fireworks, and even that, like,
Back to intervals. All right, cool. Thank you.
I did that for multiple years, and then after, like, the last time I did it, I spent like $1,000, and then it all blew up in like an hour, and then I was like, that was fun and all, but I just watched $1,000 explode, and I never really did fireworks again after that.
Yeah, but you remember it, and
I remember the money.
And after, I mean, going into old age, the only thing you have is memories. So having a memory of you just blowing shit up sounds kind of fun.
Oh, I could do it cheap on his refrigerator. Like just
But a tank.
It's just a.
I don't care about the house thing. That would be. I'm guessing that is.
Yeah.
Somebody sending up an entire house so you destroy. That's
You
expensive.
go out and find an old house that wants to be destroyed.
But like, I didn't even check what the price was on the
You know
5-star.
it's cheap.
Well, the 5-star is the same.
No, it's
Oh, it just changes what you drive.
arson. Arson's
But there's only 4 machine guns. Wait, it comes with a single car crush. Yeah. Oh, I get to be the commander in chief.
cheap.
Yeah.
Why does the president get
50 cal anti-material rifle. That's. It just seems like such a niche service, and apparently it's been around for years. But
Why does a bunch of civilians find all
if
these-
you want, you can get the ultimate package, which is $5,500.
What licensing do you need to own a tank?
It's everything through the double car crush, 13 machine guns. What type of license? It's just a B. A B license.
This is what you need to drive.
No, I don't think you do. It's on private property. They probably have a.
How do you just buy a tank?
No, they.
You can't just own a
I
tank.
don't think.
I feel like you shouldn't just be allowed to own a tank.
I think that you can be allowed to own a non-working tank, and then you have to have special permits and follow certain procedures to allow it to work otherwise. But I think the big part is insurance. Like, what do you think their insurance costs to get in a tank and shoot machine guns for people?
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't be allowed to fire the main barrel, but...
What if we put a derpy decal on the side of the tank? No one says. You can have the derp tank.
Can I just have the decal? Like,
put it on your car.
I can see them being somebody firing the main barrel going so wrong so fast.
Yes, blowing stuff is fun.
You just fire it into the air and all of a sudden it lands on someone's house. And blows away their living room.
So it's an intense amount of money, but if you really read through this, 2 people get to ride with you. You get to drive this car, this vehicle, this vehicle, this vehicle, this vehicle, this vehicle, this vehicle, as well as crush 2 cars, shoot 13 different high caliber or at least large machine guns, and then get the full tour and everything. This to me is an entire day. Like, you're going to be spending hours going through all those, going through everything. So it's not like you're going there and going beep beep and then you're done.
I want to spend money.
It's still expensive, but I think that at least this wouldn't be, if I were to do anything, to me, this or the Sherman is a better one. It's half the price, and you get to still do some cool stuff.
That much money is an entire weekending.
Yeah, or a tank.
I'd rather go to England for a week.
Then do that.
I will if I can get the time off.
Nifty. I want to shoot tank.
Let me do that. You can't drive a tank. I don't know what people are allowed to have tanks here, no. But America.
There was a I think Tom Scott did a video on a while ago where there was this piece of land where this person was going to go build some stuff, and he had all these problems with the permits to do anything with it. And so he went to the city and he wrote a permit to put a tank on the property. And so they thought, oh, he just wants to put a storage tank. Mm-hmm. He wrote it broadly, and he said, okay. And so we put a non-working tank in the middle of it. And just in the middle of it, and they couldn't do anything about it because they gave him the permit for it. Yeah. It's all painted blue, and it's a public space now. People can just go on, jump on it, and take pictures and whatever.
Yeah, that's why fine print's important.
Hello, it's the Redward. I can't stick around for too long. November 1st is approaching. It is. What is there something special for November 1st?
EU4.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to do here. We're going to do the eyes. Early action college application due date. Ooh. Oh, Well, good luck with that.
Go get into college. Go earn that degree.
Yes.
Hopefully it doesn't bankrupt you like it did when I was young.
Yes. Well, good luck with your financial debt. Oh, hopefully it gets better.
I think it's better than it used to. Like, I could rant on about that.
I have two.
I'm not gonna do that.
I have two coworkers that went back to college. Actually, one didn't get their degree. They have a very good position, but they can't really do much more unless they get a degree. And so they went back to school. But our work has a very good financial reimbursement plan for it. So if you're just going part time, it basically covers the majority. There's one guy that did that. He got his master's for basically free there. But you're working your ass off for doing full time work at the same time. So. I hope that goes well for you.
I'd like to go back and the work would pay for it, but I'd have to start over essentially. School I went to, the credits.
You finished though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. But if I wanted to get a high grade.
Unless you actually need it, I don't see a need
My
for it.
boss kind of says you don't need it for you to have it, but
Okay,
you
there's
need to pay for it.
yeah, it comes with you'd have to get a pretty significant financial bonus.
It's my experience so far that you learn more from the job. And
Yeah,
as long as they're willing to
but
teach you.
A 4-year degree is a lot of knowledge, information. Once you start getting into the higher ones, it's the application of that knowledge.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of writing papers and not just on research, but actually conducting a study or something. So it's a lot more intensive in terms of what you have to physically do. It's less like tests and more hands-on.
Well, you get plenty of hands-on in the work.
Yeah, but this is from like one guy I knew. Well, I know I can't actually talk about it, but he had to do some very detailed work on different things that when he was talking about that. I had no idea what he was talking about. To me, a 4-year degree is a standard. If you want to go above that, you have to have a passion, because otherwise you're just not going to do well with it.
My thoughts with schooling.
What in
determines
Celestia's
aptitude.
name makes you think
And
we
a
would
person's
ever
ability
consider
to
you for?
understand the thing that they're trying to get a career. Like if
Makes
you
you
go
think
to
we
school
would
and you
ever
don't pass,
consider you
it basically is saying you do not have the aptitude to do this thing you want to do. And
consider
yeah, jobs are going to look at that because it's a pretty good standard for determining whether or not you can
consider
do
you
the job.
ever
But
consider you
that's,
for?
to me, all it really is. It's an aptitude test. Can you do the work? Yes. If you don't have the diploma, it doesn't necessarily mean you can't do the work. It just means you haven't been tested as to whether or not. That's just an observation.
I'm trying to see if we can.
For
I went to a college that doesn't really exist.
Yeah, that should help on that. I don't know if I quite like having her eyes go.
consider you for?
Yeah.
Or
Actually, wait, maybe that'll work. I think it's this version of it. Sometimes you have to pull the eyes together to make it work.
you for?
Why is Ballers banned? Good question.
Wait, no, it's using my mod powers like the block turns. Why is Walrus banned?
No Walrus is in this chat.
You're not supposed to say that, actually. We added that like 3 years ago, and we were just waiting for the one person that got really confused why they couldn't say walrus.
I'm saying that word. It's bad.
It was actually put there for trolling purposes.
It's because of the movie Tusks, you must know. The movie's disturbing.
It did block. Yeah.
Kevin Smith upsets me.
Oh, it's supposed to let me know. Oh, if it's blocked, then it's not going to let me know. I guess then it's not as funny. Yeah, Edward can say it because he's got mod, but no. But yes, that was added as a joke. I was going through there trying to think of a word that nobody would ever say on here, and walrus was the one I thought we would never have somebody say. So, yes, but no, that's fine. You can remove it now. It's just that was a joke that is long well past.
Years ago.
For you for?
I think when anybody ever asked me why I enjoy My Little Pony, is like I try to explain it to them in the context of imagine kittens. Do you think kittens are cute? They'd be like, yes. Okay, now imagine them in hard hats running a society, like with little schools built for kittens and.
That sounds adorable.
Serious? Yes, it's super adorable, and that's what Pony is. Like, and then like imagine you fall in love with them because they're so cute. Yes, that's Pony. Essentially, but like with lore and depth. Yep.
Look at Kitty. I mean, that's definitely Photoshop. That one doesn't count. I like this one. This is adorable.
Crouching cat. Yes.
Oh, there's not that much more than that. It's just all edits.
You show her like a kitty.
Look at the kitty.
Yes.
Look at them. It's just.
Now imagine they had like an entire lore and a backstory, and there was one kitty like doing.
Oh, no, look at that one.
Prints. They're like super serious.
Look at him.
Now imagine him with like a protractor, like doing stuff.
Okay, search construction horse.
I mean, that makes
And
sense. It makes sense.
yeah, but this is what you
That's
get.
what
You don't
those
get
are
horse.
called.
But if I do just construction dog,
You gotta do construction pony.
yeah, see, look, we get construction dogs.
Type in construction pony. So, and of course, it's this all that.
It's that guy.
It's that guy.
What about that one?
You got to be cat. But
He's very mad. And then look at, she's gonna murder.
probably.
Why is she there?
I like. That's the best thing about the Rave Pony is they got the little. What is it? The binky.
For acid or something.
Yeah, it's for ad. That's the purpose of it. I don't know if the people at MOP knew that, or if they just saw like pictures
I'm
of
pretty-
Rave girls and they
I'm-
just added it.
If they didn't, then they should be fired, because if you're gonna put something like Don Don, you better damn do your research. So if they did it, it's because they knew.
They did get away with
Or-
a lot of stuff, like in the background. Big Jim was always proud of it too, because it was generally his fault. Because he was the one like, this, and not say anything. Man, is
What in Celestia's name
like if
makes
there
you
was one
think we
like,
would ever
consistent influence throughout the
consider-
entire show from season 9.
name
It's a
his
gem.
name makes you think we would
Kind of want like a little bit of a head shake here.
Like he might have been one of the few people who with the show from beginning to end.
ever consider you think we would ever
Besides the voice acting.
How does that work?
think we would ever we would ever
So
we
what-
would to think we would ever
I really feel like the shake isn't necessary.
ever
But I mean, if you have to have it, it's not.
It's more of when somebody is frustrated or angry, when they're just tensing up and they get the like the
Yeah.
like why would we ever? I used to work with somebody that anytime they were surprised or something, they would just like do the like wide eye, just shake their head. So maybe I'm just getting a little
Which
bit
is
of
a
that.
mannerism I guess I don't have. So
would
Yeah, I mean,
ever
if-
we would
if I-
ever makes you think we would ever we would ever consider you would ever consider you
Yeah, I don't know. So what is Chad think? Is that
would
do
ever
I keep the shake?
we would ever consider we
shake,
would
do
ever
shake. You think Chad?
we would ever
Because I
we would
get that
ever
it's something some
Hey,
people do,
makes
but
you
it
think
feels a
we
little
would
bit too
ever
erratic to me.
to think we would ever
And if you add any kind of motion blur,
We
it's
would
just gonna
ever
be
cons-
complete.
we would
No. So the motion blur would be. Oh wait, do I have it off on this? Oh, it's on. Yeah, the blur would be very minimal.
Yeah.
Look at that guy. Yeah. I totally hear that someone that is frustrated will make moves more expressive. I think it looks good with the motion. Yeah, I think when I originally tried it, I did it a little too hard. This is a lot more subtle, and I think it works. But
I don't think it takes anything away at me. It just seems odd to me.
anyways, we have to go do test number 2. I haven't even finished, but I'm going to use the restroom. So, but we have to do it now because otherwise we're not going to have the other hour. So, for those that are popping in, we're doing a test for ads to figure out if we can get rid of micro ads, the ads during the stream, and rolling ads by taking a break every hour, force rolling 1 or 2, and seeing how it goes. We figured out 1 minute does a half hour of ad free, so we're going to try 2 minute and see if it gets rid of a full hour worth. So we're going to try that. So we'll be back in 2 minutes, because if that's the case, then that's kind of worthwhile to me. So
Yeah.
Anyway, because then, yeah, I apparently it's much more invasive for some people than others. So, yeah, so we'll be back in 2 minutes, and we'll see how that goes. Time to eat here. See ya. All right, see you later, Horse Crank. So we'll be back in a sec. Yeah, I gotta go my Rathalos. Where's my Rathalos? There it is. It's very, very important. I don't think I want another beer, though.
Looking back, feels so bittersweet. I never imagined what we started could mean so much to me. It might be true we've passed the golden years. Well, let them say what they want. I'll politely disagree, 'cause it doesn't mean much if you're where you wanna be. So scream if you're right there. If things just ain't fair.
Okay, I think that's all good. Yeah, Hyundai Tucson and Papa John's. Very relevant, right? Okay, well, okay, so our previous test was 1 minute and it gave 30 minutes free at the Garden of Sunset. So let's see if 2 minutes gives whatever. I actually just used the restroom, grabbed another beer, and I came back to 10 seconds left. So it's actually, that to me, that's a good time too. Anyway, so yeah, let me know if it pops up. At least anything after 30 minutes. We're doing pretty good on this, though.
What in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for? Or consider you for? We would ever consider you for?
Okay, I feel comfortable doing the mouth motions now, so let's do some of this. I like new things, and I think that the twisting the mouth, that's a new function, and I very much like playing around with it. So let's see here. So let's try a little bit of that. So we're gonna.
I can honestly say I wouldn't be standing here if it weren't for the friendships I've made with all of you. Each one of you taught me something. For that, I will always be today. I consider myself
I'm doing the mouth twists.
Yes.
So see, this is where I had to be careful. So if I twist it too much, it starts collapsing right here.
Yeah.
And so I can twist it some, but if I go a certain distance, I have to move it. But if I move it, I have to be careful because you can see the motion down here is flatline. And I can't, which means any of the motion there doesn't go like this. It goes like this. It's straight up, straight back down. And that can be noticeable if it's too drastic. But
Yeah, hiccups.
you can see here, like if I make this a little quicker. But let's then when she hits the other side here, we just twist it a little bit the other way. A little bit like that. Just a little bit.
Sunday. And Papa John's, huh? The ads you're getting. I don't remember the last time they ate
What's
Papa
in
John's.
Celestia's name? In
A long time. You know what I want is a Little
Celestia's
Caesar
name.
pizza.
His name.
Yeah.
His name. Make his name.
I was just thinking to myself, I'm going to grocery shopping tomorrow, but now I remember, potentially at least.
Yep,
Podcast
I gotta
tomorrow.
check with them, but should be doing podcast tomorrow. We don't do it tomorrow. We're gonna have some schedule problems.
Is it Thursday?
I don't like doing it Thursdays. And if for the reason we had to delay it, I don't think one day is gonna make a difference.
Yeah.
His name makes you think.
Too bad.
Makes you think.
Got this Cool Intentions Hazy IPA. I am also not a huge fan of IPAs, but
You have to let me know if it's hops, because usually those are hops.
Adam grabbed the grapefruit IPA. He can have it.
Makes you think.
And that is the single most disgusting flavor to put in a beer.
You think.
Did you try it?
I've had grapefruit IPAs before. They're garbage.
Makes you think.
Wait.
Makes you think. We would. It makes you
I don't know why anybody would do that to beer.
think.
Grapefruit's not good. That's why they had this diet where you're like, you can eat all the grapefruit you want, because you eat one and you're already upset that you ate a grapefruit.
Makes you think we would. What's in Celestia's name? Makes you think we would. Makes you think we would. We would.
This is one.
Oh, that's. I wouldn't consider it super hoppy.
Are you sure?
I've had hop beer.
Okay, flavor-wise, it's less. The smell is very hoppy. Yeah, actually, it's not much hoppier than this.
Yeah, that's not. This one,
I'm not alright. I'm just not a big fan of hop. Hops are bitter, and I'm not a huge fan of bitter.
We would.
this one, John.
Michael,
brought from-
how's this face?
Michael face. I like that face. Could you keep that face all the time? No, hey, wait. One sec. I'll go back to that face. But lower the eyelids a little. Or fall asleep. Look asleep. Now she looks suspicious. There you go. Better. That's not. Her face is melting. Why is there even a slider that makes her face melt?
What's in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for.
He's like,
It's so sad.
why did you show me this? Now my truth is out. Oh no.
Oh no. My career is over. Nobody likes a furry.
Spitfire is sad.
They kiss animals.
I suddenly became 70,000 years old.
And there's no point in changing it now, but I kind of wish Fluttershy was in this. She's definitely.
We would.
You all agree with that, right?
All right, good luck, Edward. All right, so this one, I want to definitely have the mouth twisted quite a bit. I want to see how far I can do this before it gets weird. Definitely a bit. I think I'm hitting that limit.
We would ever. We
They
would
try to make
ever.
beer with what they
we
thought was
would
hops. They be a little hard pressed, I think, to make beer from rotten food. But really, you
Ever
can make
consider
beer from anything as long as it
ever
has sugar.
consider we would ever
Then
consider you
oh, no.
think we would ever consider you we would
That's why Prohibition was impossible to. All you needed was anything with sugar in it, water, and yeast.
ever consider
Unless they want to start banning,
ever consider
Well,
they need to make bread.
yeah, I can't remember how much it is, but there was enough alcohol in bread to be illegal. Just in a loaf of bread.
Like sourdough for sure.
No, just any bread.
Yeah.
Like it was, at least at that time, it just eating bread was breaking the law.
Yeah. No, I know sauerkraut was illegal. Because it was, like, technically of the,
Ever see the Red Green episode where Red tries to make beer with what he thought was hops, but it was rabbit pellet food? That actually sounds very much like a Red Green script. Red Green is amazing. But I don't know if I've seen the one or not. I was at one point trying to binge all of Red Green. Yeah, I started. Well, you have to skip the first couple seasons.
yeah,
They're a little rough.
bit.
But once they get into their groove, I tried. But there's so much content, but it's all good.
The show ran for like 20 years.
Yeah.
we
Longer.
would think we would ever consider
It's one of those things I feel is going to fall into obscurity, though, and that makes me sad.
ever consider you we would
Like,
ever consider
30 years
you
from
for to think we would
Probably still
ever
remember
consider
shows
you
like I Love
we
Lucy.
would ever
Because those were kind of the television.
Well, to you.
Well, they'll forever be the golden age of television.
No, it was the black and white age.
Yeah, it was the first shows.
ever consider
The only thing I would say that was great about old television was there was no lack of fresh ideas because nothing had been done before.
Yeah, there was no reality television.
Yeah, now we're the other way
Ever-
around. Where there's definitely
ever consider you
every idea's been done, and now we're just trying to replicate, copy paste.
ever consider you ever ever
Oh, they need to. Go with home.
He did.
But they can't.
you ever consider
Like, they just had
would
phones to,
ever
like-
consider you
But they did.
Well, it was kind of, yes. Then you just.
Oh, okay, I wanted to search it, but unless I knew the name of it, I'm not searching Anime Horse Girls.
Oh, right, that show. They just,
Yeah, that one was a horse
they
thing.
weren't that
Hold
horse
on.
ears. Not the same.
If I search YouTube, it's safe.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's this one.
Yeah, it's no.
No, see, wait,
horses.
I need to find the.
Furries. It's not the same thing.
See, look, see the horses.
They're furries.
No, they're horses.
Furries.
They're doing horse things. The outfits they're wearing are definitely not going to help you actually like achieve anything. Like, okay, that makes sense. She's wearing a tracksuit.
Like, are there even like their ears, or is it
Look,
just
she
like
phased out of
the
nothingness.
suits they're wearing?
Oh,
Is that?
I love how they like got their hands out. They're trying to do like the anime thing. Actually, they would go much faster if they put their arms behind them. But
Yeah, they got an arm.
well, yes, this is just so stupid.
Is there only girls who are horses?
There might be, but that sounds like very much a thing you would appreciate.
I mean, they're not horses though. I just want them. Can you imagine a Studio Ghibli film but My Little Pony? You know how amazing that would be?
Apparently, I watched too much YouTube and my other
Watch
YouTube
that.
crashed, saying, "Hey, you can't do that."
It'll never happen because anything that came out of the West, the guy who runs that studio. But amazing.
I was spending how many stories were told in one single set during those days. You can say the same about 80s and 90s when they used to do sitcom. The sitcom boom of was the 80s and 90s, where like it just everything was the sitcom. I mean, they used to have that early on, but like 80s and 90s, it just exploded.
Sitcoms?
Yeah, and then now,
Reality television is cheaper. You don't have to hire writers. And people sit.
oh no, reality television is scripted.
Some of it.
They're going to have some improv, but it is scripted because you're not going to spend potentially millions of dollars to create a show that might not have content.
Well,
You're
do.
going to script it.
They create competitions.
Yeah, but they are going to purposely put certain people potentially at a larger disadvantage, or might even talk with them to ensure, hey, you'll lose, but we'll pay you out of it, just to do it.
I think you just bring in eccentric people that they know will overreact.
Yeah, but you don't know. You're not going to do something based on a hunch or a guess. That's not good business.
Yeah.
You're going to ensure that there's content that's going to come out of this. So you're going to get some weird people, but they're weird normally, and they probably also want to get paid. And if you offer somebody $10,000 to back out of the competition, maybe they'll take it and to work with the drama.
Well, they don't hire good writers.
Well, no, but they can't write all of it. But there is no way that reality television is non-scripted. There could be some out there, and I could see that.
I don't think the early survivors were.
I don't know if it was scripted or not, but one of my favorite was one of those house shows where they do the renovations, and they're always like, wow, look at this. And so one place they had a couple, and they're like, so how's your new house? How do you like it? And they're like, this is horrible. Did you guys even listen to us? This is a bunch of shit. We want it back to what the way it was. And the people that did the renovation were like, they look all new, and they're like, this isn't what we wanted. What the hell are you doing? That was kind of funny.
Oof.
We would
That's a rough
think
moment.
we would ever consider you for ever consider.
Sounds like they were people who liked what way it was. They just wanted it.
Well, it's
Stop.
some people, they know what they want in their head, but they can't verbalize it. So they probably did the best they could. Plus, they're going with, this is the new modern thing. But they're like, that's not what we want. So, yeah. I just had a mini ad. That's like less than 20
You
minutes.
just had a mini ad?
Sunset did.
Really? Who? Did you leave and come back at any point? Just try to
No, whether they refresh the screen or not, I thought it would lock in a timer. The 20-minute mark. Okay, so it might just delay the next ad then, because the other one if you skipped one ad, you could go up to 20 minutes. Then it may be a little more, but okay, well then that's not really worth it. It still makes a 1-minute ad worth it, just for, as far as I can tell, any of the new joiners, it delays it for a while. And if we're already going to walk away, sure. But I don't know. We'll see. But that means to me, anything more than the 1 minute is not really worth it.
We would ever consider you for.
Hey, we're going to be walking away from
Yeah, that was the idea. If we're already going to be going to take a break, normally it was keeping somebody around that just kind of would do stuff, but I can just be like, well, we'll just take a couple minute break, which is not a bad thing. Some people want to make sure they catch everything, and if people never stop, well, you don't get a chance to.
Doing horse animations is almost kind of cool.
Why?
Because it makes them seem so real. And then I want them.
Do you want me to back it off?
No. But then it's like, look how real they look. Look how alive they are. And then you're like, they must go to hug them. Then you can't. This is torture.
We would ever consider you.
You're amazing
Consider you for.
It's a good kind.
Consider you for.
I think I want to have this open a little more. From this angle, it doesn't. Her mouth doesn't look open enough.
You're like, when you die, you're gonna see Peter Pearly Gates is gonna be. You're like, you can't come in here. And he's like, well, why? And it's like, you made those
To
horses
think we
super
would
cute, and I
ever
couldn't hug
consider you
anyone.
you for.
Nothing.
Consider you for.
Just thinking about my own
Okay.
unhuggable horse problems.
So, regarding mouth twisting, So this is what I've got.
What in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for?
Oh, there's a little bit of tongue there.
It's kind of like face. Not the best.
That's nothing to do with the twisting. It's just the tongue needs to be moved up.
Very difficult. Face.
Okay, so yeah, so in terms of what's going on with it, so she goes a little sideways there. You can see it twisting.
It's very good. Always so good.
But then from this angle is where it's built for, and it looks pretty good.
What in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for?
The main ones are like 4, so you can kind of like, especially when you're doing like a twisted head, you're like, huh? You're gonna have your mouth kind of twisted that direction too, so it really comes in handy for that. I think that looks okay.
What in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for? Makes you think we would ever consider you
They are
for?
done. Are they done? I'd be happy if they were.
One thing I just realized, I need to double check the hoof here.
What
Like, you
in
definitely should
Celestia's
take all
name
of
makes you think we would ever do think this name makes you think
But her ear should definitely fold back when she sees this.
do you think we would
Like when horse things happen. Why haven't you done a
think
video
we
where
would
they just
ever
dress?
we would ever
Question check.
consider we would ever consider you for we would
You
ever
know of a
consider
very
you
popular
for
mod for Hearts of
would
Iron
ever
4.
consider you for
But I appreciate any pony mods.
Well, hello. I'm guessing free-to-play lives matter. Do you know the very popular mod for Hearts of Iron 4? No, I do not. I've never played Hearts of Iron. I know the game, but I've never played it.
I don't think I've played it either. Isn't that game that's like the thing with your... Well, no,
Watch in
I'm thinking
Celeste.
of Ironheart.
Watch in
Not Ironheart.
No, that's a different game.
I don't know that very much of Hearts of Iron. You know, there's
Watch
a really
in
cool
Celestia's
mod
name.
for
Make-
Deep Rock Galactica
Watch
that
in
has
Celeste-
ponies.
Watch
I-
Who made that one?
Some genius.
Yeah, I also heard that there's still voice lines that need to be done.
Watch in Celeste.
Only a few, but only because they added beer.
One day. I'm guessing there's still no updates. He hasn't posted on Twitter.
He doesn't. He only posts on Twitter to be angry.
He hasn't, yeah, and he hasn't posted since June, so I'm thinking this. He probably got smart and shut up. And it's not saying that in a negative way. It's just he could get a little aggressive.
He'll be completely quiet for a really long time until he's really pissed off at
Watch in
somebody,
Celeste.
and then he'll
Watch
rant
in
and go back to
Celeste.
being.
Okay, Spitfire does not move at all at this part.
Program, but he probably goes to one. One would
Watch
think.
in Celeste.
He's definitely a big horse fan.
There's a certain level of horse fan that once you get to a certain point, you can't get any higher until you cross into convention territory.
Well, you want to be with like-minded horse people.
Watch in Celestia's name makes you think
Enjoy it.
Celestia's name
Go
makes
back
name
until you burn some bridges.
name
Go back anymore.
Sounds like, yeah.
name makes you think name makes you think name makes you think we would ever consider you for
I do like the head shake now
think
that I'm
we
really
would
seeing it
ever
in
consider
context.
you for
it's
think we would ever
iffy
consider
about
you
it, but
for
yeah, made it work.
No, well, I won't. I don't like. Well, it's a separate computer anyway, but I don't like clicking the links during chat. But I can check it out later. But again, I've never played Hearts of Iron 1, 2, 3, 4, or any other numbered ones.
Did you happen to make this
Watch
mod?
in Celeste. Watch in
Just out of curiosity.
What?
It's cool if you did. Like if you made the mod. That's actually impressive.
Yeah, Michael's done the same, so don't feel bad if you have.
Oh, I will rap at him.
You when we went to go raid somebody and he realized that they were playing his mod, he got very excited and then immediately disappeared.
First person I ever saw play that the mod outside of us. So I was like, "What do you think?" I want feedback.
You don't. And what are you going to do with that feedback? Are you going to actually make modifications? Or are you looking for validation?
When I was talking to them, they were the ones who convinced me to do the Zap apps.
Okay, why haven't you done it?
Because I'm waiting for 15 AI.
Well, you can't do it now?
I could. But I'm waiting for 15 AI.
But you don't have to, because you can do all the work then.
I want to get into a role.
Yeah, no, it's called obsession. So whenever you start doing something, you literally shut down everybody and everything. You stay up till 2 in the morning.
It's the only way it'll get done.
Because I remember with that mod, he'd be like, I'm going to do 2 hours a night. And he would just disappear.
Like, it was the only way it was going to happen. It's the only way this happens is you make time for it.
In a way, yes. But I've done a lot of work on this outside of it.
Yeah.
But I always do balances. I do a little bit.
I work on all my stuff outside.
Yeah, but you have work that can be done. You're choosing not to so that you can binge it unhealthily.
I want to finish Dragon Quest.
What's in Celestia's name?
Okay, so I'm gonna lock.
Very popular mod of thousands. Stalingrad, spiders in general, and Derpy. He's very healthy. I'm crying. You see, I feel like you're playing.
What's in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for.
It's true.
What's in Celestia's name makes you think we would ever consider you for.
I could also do nose wrinkle. That's one thing I used to do more of. Anytime they do big E's like this, you could technically nose wrinkle because you're kind of going E because a little. But, well, I guess it'd be more E, you know, but E if she's angry.
I'm crying and cringe. We're all cringe.
We're all certain.
I cannot cringe your board.
Here, hold on. I like getting Michael to be.
It's pretty cute. It's so cute. So like stop telling me I'm cute.
Well, she's just like goddamn TPS reports.
Oh, she's almost there right now. Her head does not match the rest of her body with that shadowing. It's just disconnected. Like her body's super bright, and then her head's like all shadowed. It's very disconnecting. Looks pale.
Well, this is what it's going to look like. It's a little different shadow on this. This is what it would look like.
Yeah.
And I do have. Oh, that was the one thing. So, I know I did figure out there's some other ways to potentially solve this as well. But we were playing around with this AI. So I got. I'm going to snooze that. Topaz's video AI. They have a sale going on. There we go. For doing AI processing and stuff. And the one I got it for other things. But I was playing around with SFM stuff, and the one thing that I thought was kind of cool, well, for one, you can like upscale. I upscaled a video from 30 to 120 FPS, and it actually was able to figure it out. And that was the Wonderbolt's initiation with the hooves moving. Mm-hmm. So between frames, it's moving a huge amount, and it figured out that was a moving object and connected the two and fully animated it between it. It had a slight blur on the edges because there was the motion blur. Mm-hmm. But it figured it out. It was actually kind of crazy.
Topaz video AI?
Yeah. So the main thing is on here, you see this color banding. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how well Twitch is going to show it. That's why I'm trying to zoom in on it. But you can see color banding, and color banding is caused by colors next to each other that aren't well processed, and SFM's really bad about it. Future Guitar Hero said there's a way you can add noise to try to fix it too, but that seems a little weird. If it works, it works. But so, but in this one, it had this banding in there, and I figured out if you or with this. So I went to enhancement, and then we're just going to do their denoise should sharpen, and then we're just going to run a preview. I have to change some settings on here. Oh, I can do that. So cheers on that. So now, if I pause this, all that banding is gone. It's all smoothed out. If you go to the, maybe not there, but the sky here, you can see harsh lines going across and they're gone. Like, it actually did a pretty damn good job of smoothing out some of those issues that I was having. If the stream isn't good with seeing it,
That gave me an idea. But if I ask you to do it, it will upset you, and I already hear the rant coming.
yeah, here. So, oh well, you know what? Actually, it was on my phone, so that I didn't do that. But I upped the brightness so that I could see the difference, and it is significant to me anyway.
You gonna run this one?
But
okay?
I'm curious, like, so I want to see how long it would take to run. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Let's put that. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this one back on there, and we're gonna change this to 120. And so when you see how far the hoof is moving for each of these bits, it's surprising how well it can figure out that the items are actually connected and how they're connected. I'm gonna let that run in the background for a minute.
I'm gonna ask you something because
What's
you gave me
in
an idea just
Celestia's
now,
name?
but you're gonna be angry.
Oh no.
And you're gonna rant at me about how it wouldn't work. I want you to render this video twice at two slightly different angles so that I can see if I can't get it to work in VR.
I've thought about testing that and seeing if that works.
I think it would.
The problem is 2D or trying to do 3D isn't just, you can space them out, but then it's also about angles and whatever, and
Yeah, it's figured out, yeah.
and also getting the spacing correct. Because within a game, you can set maybe on the thing and it can adjust, but if you set it wrong, you could get somebody nauseous because their eyes are going to be forced at a different distance or something. So,
well, people's eyes are kind of spaced differently. That's why good VR headsets, anyways, like the Index, they have adjustment.
yeah, you can adjust it, but then if something is this close to you, if your eyes are different millimeters apart, you're going to see a different image. So
That's
if
why you got the adjusters.
yeah, but the adjusters only move the static image. If I have two renders, it's not going to move your physical position of your eye within that scene.
It moves the lens.
But so like if I record from here to here, but your eye's out here, but I'm recording here, it doesn't matter where you put the lens. It's not going to be in the right position.
Well, you don't want it that far out, though. It's
No, but I'm saying it's
wide angle difference.
but there's some people that are very sensitive to that.
Yeah.
Like I am like the eye movement thing bothers the hell out of me if it's anywhere out of
To see
alignment.
if I can get it to work. I just want you to send me the videos and then
I can pause this. Yeah, so here, this is the difference. So you can see here how far it moves, and it just figured out how to add a full frame in between of everything.
It is impressive.
It's a little blurred, but if I would have reduced the motion blur, it would be much, much better.
Look how squishy those holes are.
But it's crazy that it can just... It's one thing to go from 30 to 60. This is going from 30 to 120. It's quadrupling the frame rate. That is nuts.
But it's out the shadows too.
The main reason for something like this is it adds the ability to do slow motion. So if I wanted to, I could change it to 120, and then you take that 120, space it or extend it by 4 times, and now you have 30 FPS at a slower frame rate.
It's gonna be weird when they start doing that. Like
What's
old
in
films,
Celestia's
update
name?
them. Wait, it'll still be the same film, but like imagine, I know, what's that old movie about Christmas? Guy jumping off the bridge. Wilson.
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life, yeah. Imagine that at like 120 frames.
No, you're getting soap opera effect. You don't want that on those.
Soap opera, where everything looks too hyper realistic.
Yeah.
I noticed that in a lot of this.
No, the reason for increasing a frame rate to me has nothing to do with having a higher frame rate. It's for slowing it down. So in SFM, it doesn't matter because I can just render it at a higher frame rate myself. But if I recorded a video of myself doing something, and we then ran it through that, like actually here, let's take a look.
You're talking about that soap opera. I noticed that in the new Hocus Pocus. Kind of felt like compared to the original, it looked a little bit well defined. Maybe I'm just old.
No, it's just striving. Oh, I just closed the wrong folder.
Oh, that was the cars.
Oh,
This is just the cast opening up a body bag.
He was. No, I'm looking for. Let's get Thursday. I'm looking for something where we were on the. It's Spitfire. Oh, that's a big one. Probably open a smaller one.
Yeah.
I want to make sure I'm not killing the stream by doing this because it's technically pulling up a different computer.
Picture and video of like the fish were.
I was doing the video of everything. Let's see. Oh yeah, we might have some in here of you guys doing the pinball. Oh yeah. So right at the beginning there, you're moving quite a bit. So let's do that. We're gonna actually get this stuff worked out soon. Adam's gonna potentially work at these. Okay, so this is at 4K. I'm gonna scale it down to 1080, and then we're going to put it at 120. And we're going to preview. That's probably going to take a little bit, so we're going to pop back over here. So
I'm thinking they would have a hard time with actual.
I originally got that because I want to denoise the podcast stuff because there's a little bit of noise in there and stuff, and that I can't get rid of. And but it would take about 36 to 40 hours to process a podcast. So until I can figure out a method to increase speed, that is not viable. So okay, so her ears are way too wobbly.
Lies.
Oh, first, actually, I need to get rid of her cheek motion.
What?
It's very minor. It doesn't really do anything. It's gone. You didn't even see it until I said that.
No, it's gone, though.
And that's too bad. Okay, so we're going to in the ears by a bit, and then we're going to smooth them out a bunch.
Watch in Celestia's.
That was actually a bit too much.
There's no
Watch in
there, though.
No, that's Michael. That's way too much.
Watch in
Okay, that's
Celestia.
good.
No, we're gonna smooth it.
Watch in Celestia's
Okay.
name makes.
Didn't
Watch
you say
it.
any more?
Watch
Wiggle.
it. Watch in. Watch in. Watch in.
Okay, so when she's going this way, we're just gonna just kind of could do a cheap version of everything.
Watch in.
I had walking on ears.
Watch in.
There are probably surgeons that would do it.
None with a license. Bad signs.
Watch in Celestia. Watch in Celestia.
Okay. Well, yeah, see, that's taking a while. So we're
Watch in Celestia.
4K is a different beast compared to processing, and I'm descaling it, I guess.
Watch in Celestia's name. Make Celestia's name.
Normally, I'm not having cared too much on doing gear animation, but this one, I feel like there's a lot
His
of
name makes you think.
animation to her.
Think.
I can't remember the other boss characters. I think Filthy Rich was one. Fancy Pants. The Spitfire was definitely the best.
Well, she was just fun because I like Spitfire's character. I just haven't had really much of an excuse to do anything with her.
He's like your
You
second
think
favorite.
we would
I like Spitfire. She's fun.
think we would
He's originally in that little league.
She, the voice actor Amelia Heed follows me on Twitter.
think we would
Not the English one.
She was
think we
the
would
Swedish voice actor.
Yes,
The one who said apple
we would
pie
the apple pie got.
in a way
think
that
we would ever think
made
we
brownies
would
Weird.
ever
Hated us so
consider you
much. I was actually pretty happy to hear that. I don't know how many people in chat know this, but the Swedish version of G5, her daughter now plays Misty. And she was reminiscing back that when she first did Spitfire's voice, that she hadn't given birth to her daughter yet. Now her daughter's in My Little Pony as an official character. That kind of tells you how much time has passed. And it hurts my soul. But it is cool. And if you don't know who Misty is, watch G5. It's a cute quirk. I think you got another hydrate. Oh, no, that's a dehydrate.
No. I have a little bit left. But actually I'm out of... Oh, wait, no, I have a beer here. I forgot I brought another beer.
You have 15 minutes to drink. Go. Oh.
Okay, good. Oof, that made a bubble. I grabbed it and got too excited.
He doesn't want to drink the foam because of that burps.
Oh, no, it's gonna be weird to pour. There we go. Forgot I brought this down.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay, so does the ear work better down?
Yes.
It's not going to wobble as much at the end there when I'm done, but because sometimes when you're alert to something, like like something is a problem, to me they would have their ears forward.
Their ears go back when they're like aggressive. But
if you're aggressive, they should be forward.
That's not what horses do.
Because
Horses go back.
Because if your ears are forward, you're alert, you're listening.
You can argue with the horses. That's what they do. Their ears go back. That's what horses do.
I love Michael's talking about horse science.
Lived with horses a good deal in my life. Their ears go back when they're upset, scared.
Upset maybe, but alert and aggressive usually means you want to hear what's going on, which means you have to have your ears focused forward.
What horses do?
Well, you tell the horses that they're doing it wrong. Actually, I don't know what this one tastes like either. So cheers, Soul Kitty. And one beer. No hops. It's just got a weird other funkiness to it. But it's because it's Uda Pills, which is local. They actually clean up the highway, the freeway right by us.
They put it in the beer.
They put all the trash in there. And then cheers, Blair.
Finish my. I gotta look it.
Okay, when they hit the bottom there, though, they do need to bounce back up a little bit. Now, the Uda Pills one are definitely around my favorite. Well, that did not work. Oh, they have to bounce back up. Yeah, so they should actually be like this. A little bit less. That's a little bit better. I still need to poke at it a bit.
On English, please, that on English is very. He's got. I think he meant good, but.
I am very. If you're saying I'm very good with English, but it's my native language, so, and I'm very American when it comes to any other language. It's like I know Spanish. Uno, dos, tres. No, Americans are just freaking retarded. Anyways, cheers. Free to play.
Oh. I feel like English is taught around the world in a lot of places.
Only because it's the language of business.
It is the language of... I do wish I would. I tried once.
And we're kind of at that age now where you could, but it'd be a lot harder. Your brains are kind of programmed at a young age to be very good at that type of thing.
No, it would definitely be rough. I try learning now. I could potentially
His
learn
name
a
makes-
Latin based language, but if I was to try to learn Japanese at this point,
Okay.
I'd be in trouble.
So here's it interpolating all those frames.
How does it look? Played
So
speed.
it's going to always be a little bit blurred because of the frames that it's using. I only got some of it, but if I were to record at a much higher shutter speed, it could make a much more use of it. But I think for something that is only working with one frame for every 4, it does a pretty damn good job. You can definitely see here it made a little bit mistake because you're wearing flannel. You can see that it kind of like stretches it a little weird. Flannel, I can see it being very confused. It's a texture that it could mismatch by a slight amount.
Yeah,
And it'd be confused. But I think that
I'm wearing it very loosely, so it's not helping.
But overall, I think that it does a pretty good job. That wasn't even frame interpolation. That was just the enhancement trying to do it. The slow motion. Oh, we can try that one. I'm curious. We're gonna hit preview on that. I with programs like that, I want to poke at it a bunch because the more I figure about what it's capable of, the more I can think of uses for it.
I feel like all this AI stuff is
What's in
still super
Celestia's
early.
name makes you
I do
think
feel
we
like the
would
end game
ever
for all this
consider
AI
you
is people are
for
going to be able to put in like
What's
their
in
favorite
Celestia?
book,
what's in
and then with just some
What?
basic parameters, and it's just going to animate the book.
Well, yeah, but I don't see that being. Video is a different beast.
I think it will happen.
What's
Maybe not
in
within
Cele-
our lifetimes, but
what's
I
in
think that's where
Celestia's
this all
name
ends
makes
up.
you think we would
Basically being
ever
able to take a
consider
copy
name
of
makes you
any
think
book that anyone has written, feed it into the machine. The machine's like, "What's this look?" And it just animates the
you think
into
we
it
would
with some
think
basic parameters to set up like scenes.
we
I think like any other
think we
AI
would-
is that could it do it? Maybe, but you're gonna have that. Try again.
Yeah, there's going to be some try agains. But you're essentially going to be able to watch all your fanfics are going to be able to be turned into movies.
Cheers, I brainwashed you. I feel like I should be listening to somebody that says I brainwashed you, but cheers.
Success.
And water, and then cheers on booze too.
I mean, I kind of want to live to see that day, just so that I can watch
makes
the
you
Fallout
think we
Equestrian
would
movie.
makes
It
you
won't
think
happen.
we would ever
I wish. If I get my head frozen like Larry King. His head's in a jar somewhere.
to think we would to think we would
And the more I look into the possibility that I'm
what's
able to
in
bring back
Celestia's
people whose
name
heads
makes you think
frozen,
we would
the
ever
more
consider
plausible
you
it actually
for
seems. They just have nanobots put everything back.
consider you for
Oh no!
But
This is camera motion.
yeah, issue.
I want to add slight motion.
Hmm?
That makes it more complicated because any motion I add is going to ruin that.
Not animation.
No, I have to. I have it in all the rest. It'd be really weird. Now I'm just going to use my
Oh, she's stuck.
cheat method to fix it.
Oh, really rapid.
Thank you for the follow, Kakuma 3D. Thank you very much. Almost forgot. Late hello. Well, hello, Alex. I met you at BronyCon. You were drunkenly telling me to go to Cider Fest. I'm not surprised. Before his name is
That
Brainiac.
sounds like you.
I don't know if you remember. I probably told a lot of people at BronyCon. It depends. What year? I'm probably not going to remember the specifics, but I might remember where I was.
He doesn't remember when we met at BronyCon.
2019. Okay, that was a big convention. Where at 2019? Was it at the concert afterwards? Was it at?
We were talking to a lot of people during the concert.
Yeah, well,
During the concert.
at the after concert, I definitely drank a lot. But I remember a lot of that concert was like my favorite moment at conventions.
I
It was so
just
much
remember
fun.
we were all like jamming out the music, and you're just like talking to people.
We were right outside the dealer's room in the end of Sunday. Vendors, I'm guessing.
Oh,
Vendors right up there. Oh, I can't remember the specifics of that.
remember you doing panels and then talking lines of people?
Yeah, there was a ton of people we were talking with, but 2019 was a great time. That was the best BronyCon. You couldn't have asked for a better send off.
It was so sad, man. So many people
Oh yeah, but
devastated.
it was a lot of fun. Did you go to the concert? Was that the Mayhem? Because that was
Well, there was the main concert and there was Mayhem. Or two different.
yeah. I missed some of the concert. No, I did go to some of it. We ran into Garnica. He just happened. I haven't seen him for years, and we ran into him there, and I got super excited. Didn't get to talk to him much. He was more of just saying, like, "Oh my god!" But I'm sad. That was it. But I didn't go to all of them. I don't handle loud noises too well. That makes sense. Well, my favorite part about Mayhem was awesome for the concert, but also there's a ton of people hanging out outside of there that were drinking and goofing off and just chatting, and it was so much fun. But cheers on the dehydrate.
The what the fall?
I only have one dehydrate left. Anything past that, I'm not going to be able to do, and I'm not going to.
I'm trying to remember what the name of the Fallout Equestria people are. I know you know, because they dragged you into it at one point.
Which group?
Because there's been more than one Fallout Equestria group you've been dragged into.
The amount of times I hear, "Hey, our group name is blah blah blah. We're animating Fallout Equestria content, and here's episode 1." The amount of times I've heard that exact phrase has been crazy. Pabs, Stable Tech, what's the one that was doing the game? Like, there's so many people making content that always want to do these enormous Fallout projects, and they all fall apart.
Well, there's one that actually worked out. There's a guy who put Little Pip into Fallout 4, and that you could play all of Fallout 4
That's
with
not the
Little
same.
Pip.
That's cheating.
It's cheating, but it got done.
Yeah, I guess.
Guess who got it done, guys? That guy. Me.
I must have hung out with the Fallout Equestria crowd. I was hanging out with Somber. Oh, okay. I met Somber once. He was at it Everfree, like, oh my god, years ago. Wait, no. I think I ran into him again at some point. But I can't remember.
Who?
Somber.
Oh, I ran into him.
Yeah, I
got his autograph. He was at BronyCon, the last one.
Yeah, I think I ran into him at some point because I think I talked to him and he brought up something that I did for Blackjack.
I talked to him and he talked about how he wanted to do a fan fiction with Scotch tape. And then guess what he's doing right now?
Fan fiction about
with
Scotch
tape. Yeah.
Wow, cool. You just knew the future.
I did.
Wait, so what I did here was I moved. Well, actually, I did this wrong. I know. I know I did this right. Okay, so this briefcase, not the briefcase. What am I talking about? The briefcase. This thing. So I'm going to unlock this, and this camera helper now is going to be play-headed. And I'm going to lock the camera to it. So the camera still has all this motion, but it now has a parent that has separate motion. So now I can grab this helper, and I'm just going to grab a little bit of something. We're going to add a little bit of jitter, just a bit, and we're gonna
Here's something
stretch that.
you might not even know.
Oh no!
I did add Blackjack into Fallout New
What
Vegas.
Celestia's
I only
name
ever made
makes you
2
think we
mods
would
for Fallout
ever
New Vegas.
consider?
And it was an Anthro Blackjack. It wasn't coin Black. But yeah, did that, and it got released for a channel for a guy. Too much.
I have a reputation of drawing Blackjack way too many times. I like the art that comes with Blackjack. As a character, she's very much Mary Sue and kind of.
Well, yes, and no.
Don't even get started on that.
I kind of want to argue that.
No, we don't have the time.
No, Oh, just real quick. Come on, Mary Sue. Her cheating mark is a winning hand in blackjack.
What
So
in
her
Celeste's
talent is
name
that
makes you
she
think we would
always
ever consider you for?
gets 21. But here's the thing about that. She wins. That means she wins most of the time, but sometimes she draws. And when she draws, it means she hurts them, but she also gets hurt in return. That's why it doesn't always. It's like the whole Parisian economy wants to take humor.
I know, but that just
Because it's tied to her talent.
yeah. But then she took it and she still won, so it doesn't matter. But that's just showing the destiny. I don't know.
Destiny.
What if you modded Fallout and used the camera functions to make a Machinima pony series? The problem with that is there's still mouse stuff. Like the one reason that like Rooster Teeth was able to be very successful with Halo is that they had the helmets on. So all they had to do is bounce the heads and they could get away with it. If you're trying to show faces and like you had a pony face and it was just blankly staring forward,
Like my pony does?
yeah, that makes it harder. If they're wearing face masks or whatever, you can get away with it a little easier. Actually, a lot easier, but it's still hard. And Machinima, I think, is with how accessible it is to mod things and get access to Unreal Engine and all that. It's really hard to get noticed by doing in-game video movement. There are definitely some people that are really good at writing content and can definitely do it, but now people can just do animation like this and make their own thing with it.
I
So
actually did make some models
What in
specifically
Celeste's
for
name makes you
Machinima.
think we would
Thing
ever
in Fallout
consider
4.
you for?
It was overcoats where they did a Rainbow Factory spoof. And are the lab coats for the scientists. I
What in-
redesigned them to be Rainbow Factory lab coats. They got used in one video.
What in
I did a lot of stuff with that guy. Yeah, I got it very upset with.
no, that's not what I want to do.
what
There we go.
Channel still exists,
what
but
in
it doesn't post it.
Celeste's
Not censor
what
quality on
in
it.
Celeste's name makes you think we would ever consider you for?
So I gotta set up my focus. Otherwise, Spitfire is going to be out of focus. That should be good enough. And then when she goes forward, I think that's her forward point. So it's not about when she starts motion. She's still kind of in focus in here, but about here is when she starts moving, and then here is when she hits the end. She doesn't open her eyes yet, but it's where she is. So I mainly want to get somewhere between both eyes. Normally I'll pick an eye to focus on, but I think we'll be good on. And it's only because in here I don't have the aperture very high. I think this one's got... Ooh, that actually is a little higher. Let me double check where the other shots are. Oh no, that is... No, that's not the match. Okay, we're a match. Like this one has a higher aperture because we're zoomed in more, so you should have a blurrier background. But then for here, I don't want as blurry background. It should be slightly out of focus, but not much because it's very wide angle. That's a 50, but it's close enough.
Says the Discord link is invalid.
Oh yeah, that one is no longer works because we lost level 3.
Well,
Look at that kitty.
I feel like that matters, and I.
We're like we're close. We're. I think you need 14, so we're 3 away.
How did you lose level 3?
It's the only way you get a boost is if people pay to boost. And I have 2 boosts that I've already put on the server, but other people have put other ones on. But unless we have enough for 14, the benefits we lose, it's just, to me, it's awesome if we can have them. But the biggest thing that sucks about losing it is they have here custom invite link, but the problem is that link is destroyed when you lose it. So then you share it to everybody, and so now I know why it's there, because it makes it so that you, after you shared it, now you're like, oh god damn it, all my links are broken. Well, I got to pay a bunch of money to get it back again. bothers me. Let me see. I think I have. Yeah, here's the one. I'll post this on the chat here. I'll post this on. There you go. That's the actual. That one works. I'll have to update that. I like having the text version, but I don't like that it's forcing it behind a paywall. That once you get there, you think you get it forever, and you don't. It's kind of stupid.
What in Celestia's name makes you
Okay,
think we would
can
ever
basically call this
consider
one.
you?
So what I did for that camera bit was I took the camera and it has all its motion, and I locked it to another item that is stationary. And when something is moving, it's all considered locked to the world, which is a stationary object. So it didn't affect anything. But when I take this item and then I give it a little bit of rotation changes just to keep the camera moving a little bit, it takes that other item and moves it with it wherever it moves with. So its new world motion is whatever this thing is moving as. So it still gets all of its forward motion, but it also now gets to copy that sideways motion. If I were to have done that without, and I smoothed it all, it would have taken that quick camera motion and it would have slowed it way down. And I don't want that. So this is the best way to do it without having to just recreate the motion. Anytime you need to do a complex camera motion, and I consider complex as in more than one specific motion. If you're just backing a camera up or moving it sideways or twisting it, sure. But if you are moving it sideways while also trying to move it up and turning it, you're doing multiple different types of motion at the same time, split it into different bones. It's the only way that SFM will handle it correctly. So if you have it spinning, have one model in the center that's spinning with the camera locked to it, and then have the camera move separately within its new environment. It's the best way to do it. It should be a forever thing, or they should at least give you some form of grace period. Yes, I actually would be okay with a grace period. Well, I can see people abusing that, but at the same time, if you're at level 3, you probably are going to be hovering in that range anyway. And if the link is the only thing that matters, that's, I think, a small thing by comparison. It is stupid. Because what else was on there? The more server emojis and custom stickers, I have difficulty even keeping up with how many are already. I don't even think I've hit this limit yet. The 384 kilobit audio quality, super nice. But nobody's sending audio quality in that sick. Most people's microphones are this. It's not gonna. I can see use in it, but not for me. The 100 megabyte upload is very nice, though. That is really nice. In the animated server render, oh, that's why the server render doesn't move anymore. Oh, that makes sense.
Maybe why.
Okay, that's kind of nice too. But anyway, again, those are nice to have. To me, this 1080p 60 FPS, that is an important one. 50 compared to, I think, 10, that's big.
Yeah,
to me, level 2 is the most important level. 256, again, you don't really need it that high. 128 is perfectly fine for normal conversation. And having a server banner, this is the level that to me gives you value. Server emojis, not that much of a boost. Create private threads, custom role icons. Well, I haven't even made use of that, actually. The one thing I keep forgetting to do is I wanted to convert the server to community. You get a couple fun features. But I think I feel comfortable. I'm marking this one green.
Getting green.
Look, it's all green.
It's so green. It's all green.
So
now.
the nice thing is I can render this out now. I can render this whole. I have to render this one twice because I need to put the butter on her lips.
So cute. Oh, just spit the butter out. She's not hungry.
She's like,
oh, what's happening?
So I can render this out, but we still need to figure out the last part. But the nice thing is, the editing is going to take a lot of time to go through everything, get it all rendered, put the audio together. That takes hours, and I've already got a good head start on it, and I can do that on the side.
You have a decent idea.
And so that means that once this little end bit gets figured out, all I have to do is render this, tack it on the end, and I'm done. I hope. So basic Discord upload is 5 megabytes. 50 is a truly great upgrade. Yes. Well, and have you heard about the new upgrade though? I believe I don't know what information it'll show, so I'm not going to open it. But I think Discord updated it to where if you have Nitro, the standard or the regular Nitro, they made a discount to Nitro, but regular Nitro, I think it's 500 now.
What are you going to do with that?
It does come in handy. I've uploaded stuff like Jay. I went to go send him my anthology short, and I wanted it in a higher, a more not quite lossless, but a more lossless
I
format.
had to send it to him on the server though.
It's an easy way to do it. Do you know the old method for anthology sending it in is you had to have a very specific format, this very specific AVI, very specific codec, 720p, 24 FPS, and you would have to log into their what do they call that? The file transfer stuff, FTP server.
Yeah. What was it called?
I'm not saying that's their thing. You'd have to log into their FTP server and upload it all through there, which means you'd have to figure out the whole FTP thing. Dropping in Discord is the amount of times I use Dropbox for transferring.
Yeah, Dropbox is fine.
Dropbox is fine, but if you're transferring a 200 megabyte file, Dropbox is annoying because I fill it up all the time and I have to keep clearing it out. Yeah. So this is nice that I can just transfer stuff to people super easy. I love. Discord is like what I think for the regular Nitro is like $100 a year. It to me is worth it for the benefits that I get out of it. I can stream at a higher quality. I can get access to emojis that I can use across everything, which from a community perspective is helpful. And like, there's just too many good things about it. And the boosts, you get two boosts, and I use it on the Arrow server. So, anyways, I was hoping to get basically this shot done. I only did the lip syncing and then stopped, did other stuff so that I could finish it here, and it turned out really good.
Name makes you think we would ever consider you for.
The one thing I know, the one thing I have to do in here too is I need to remove. There's a.
You can put something over it.
No, there's a. I removed it from the texture, so if you actually take out the lights, you can't see it. Mm-hmm. It's a reflective thing.
Ah.
It's only when lighting is there. So I removed the texture, but I didn't remove the environment map version of it, which is weird. It's basically saying that this is a slightly reflective surface, and so if light's hitting it, it will make it a little brighter than normal. Minor things like that are important, just not here. I just realized this does say Gordon Freeman, but
it does say Gordon Freeman.
You know what? It's good enough.
I think it's fine.
Nobody's going to notice. No, people will notice.
People will notice.
But those people that notice, you're cool. Yeah, you're nerds. I was going to use better words, but okay.
Nerdy Jack, I would notice.
But we're going to be good today. We'll be back on Friday to work on probably whatever that last little video section is. Whatever I don't finish on Friday, I'm not going to be able to save until Tuesday. Tuesday we'll probably stream, but it's probably going to be an impromptu random thing because I can't have this still pending on Tuesday. I got to leave 2 days later for the con. So, but anyway, we're going to be actually Tuesday I have to figure out some new fanfics to do pictures for. We could probably do some of those.
Okay.
Some of them are lewd and usually very bloody, but as long as nobody's bothered by it.
You can make use of those acids you never use.
You said ass. All right, so I'll close that. Did I do anything?
I was saying you did.
Sometimes it's just poking at things. I'm gonna assume that no, I didn't. Oh, I added that work in progress thing. That was mainly just for stream. All right, let's see who's on Twitch right now. Oh, we got everybody. You know, Cowgirl hasn't been on for a while.
Cowgirl, just chatting.
She's
playing Minecraft.
Playing Minecraft. That's not chatting.
She's got ponies.
Yeah, because I think out of everybody there, we'll read Cowgirl. All right. Actually, I met Cowgirl at Winnie City. I wonder if she's going to Cider Fest. I'm gonna guess that she is. Everybody should just say Cider Fest, really, like in exclamations. Mm-hmm. Just yell it.
Go to Cider Fest. Just
yes, go to yeah. Say go to Cider Fest. That's
Cider
good.
Fest. Scream it.
All right.
Exclamation mark.
So yes, we'll be back on Friday. We're going to be also streaming again on Sunday, some more spooks, Dead by Daylight, or maybe something else, but I got to figure that out. Yeah, I guess we'll see you guys later. Let me jump to the kitty.
Meow.
Viber runs a great stream, but thank you very much. Thank you for getting some progress done. I've actually gotten I got a lot done today, which is actually good. I've got a lot done this week. I've been exhaustingly busy and staying up way too late, but I got stuff done. Anyways, thank you to Philip for the cheers, multiple cheers as well. I think you did 50 bits and then 50 bits, and I thought there were some others too. Oh, those are the only ones. Thank you to Kokuma 3D, I Brainwashed You, and Free to Play Lives Matter for the follows, and thank you for the resubs from Null and Void, Rosani, and Steak for 411. So thank you very, very much. We will talk to you guys later. And remember, when you go there, tell her to go to Ciderfest.
Go to Ciderfest.
Go to Ciderfest. And everybody here should go to Ciderfest. You say meow meow. Oh yeah, because it's a cat.
You gonna watch that new trailer?
Hold on. Oh, there's for him. They're not saying it. There it goes.